Hi! Are you excited for this hand cam that was rescheduled for today? Happy Friday! Sorry, Noodle looks sad because I pressed the wrong button. This is my first time. No judgment, please. Please withhold your judgment. Bodies, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm getting big. You're making me so happy. My heart rate monitor's 117. Look how happy you make me. Oh my goodness. I gotta say hi to everybody. Pinched! Hello, Pinched! Evie! Wow. Let's see. Blub blub! Hello, blub blub! And Dark Buddy soup! Yeah, we're gonna have soup! Chicken! Whoa! Muertos! Conrail 666! Oh my goodness! Hello! No Conrail, no dynamite in the toilet, please! Hopefully everything looks okay. It's my first time making wontons! I'm nervous, and I'm gonna be using, a portable burner. I'm not ready for, using technology. Other technology. I think I should set that up first right now. Maybe do a pause in between. But we're gonna have easy dumpling soup. But we're gonna make the wontons first. So let me see if it looks good. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Insert coin it to continue. Conrail 666. Conrail, you and dynamite and toilets and poop. We got our trusty knife here. We're gonna be cutting some items, but this I had to prepare ahead of time. As soon as I came home after ordering groceries, yes, my hands. Why are they so red? I think it's the filter. Not to worry, I did not hurt myself. I promise. They're clean! Smell them, they're clean! Smell! Now's your chance to be sniffing. Sniff, 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 sniff. Maybe I should change the filter? Brightness, saturation, contrast. Decrease contrast. Am I still pink? Maybe I am naturally just pink. Weird. Guess I am pink. So this here is the wonton filling. Yeah. So I had to do it ahead of time. I got groceries as soon as I got off of work. And after that, thank you for the stubby and the follow, buddy. Chica! Hello, Chica! I love that username. It's like the sound of the alarm. We're gonna have a party. So I'm gonna have it sealed for now to keep the moisture. So if you're curious about what this is pork. So I had to go fry some pork on a skillet. The skillet's too heavy for my desk, and I didn't want my desk to like break and stuff because my desk is old, brittle, and it has a broken leg. That's right, I've been live streaming on a broken desk, but it works. And these are our wonton wrappers, so you can order these at the store. I have 2 sets of them, and it sells 3 wrappers of 70 calories. It even gives you crab ragoon recipe, but we're not doing crab ragoon. That sounds delicious. We're gonna be doing traditional pork and baby shrimp. Yeah, baby tiny little shrimp. Then I had to substitute they had Chinese wine, but instead I used sake instead. And then I have you see the cut up pieces of onion. Yeah, that's all shrimp and pork there, buddies. Now, the fun part is gonna be wrapping them. The nervous part for me is gonna be the boiling. So yeah, these are kind of sweaty. Oh my goodness. Sweaty. Can I open it? I think I can open it without a knife. Okay, cool. I was nervous. Oh, let me flip it, actually. I'm trying to keep my hands clean, but let me flip this. Let me flip the transform. From vertical, yeah. So it looks like I'm reaching out to you. Yeah. Why am I pink? Why? Why must I be pink? It's like a little mouse. These are my mice hands. I have mouse hands. Goodness. So pink. Alright, I'm gonna try to be clean about it, but they're cut in half here. And we're just gonna take one. Then take a nice little sliver. I forgot to get a spoon. I will have to use the hands. Pink! I think it is the filter. I'm not that pink. We can debate about it. Chicken says, I need coffee. Coffee, 1 cup for me. I'll give you ding, ding, ding. You have some cafe coffee cup. I'll give you some, give you coffee. Conrail says, snake. Where's the snake? We're gonna use a knife. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna live life on the edge. It says to put just a little bit in the center. Oh, I have ginger. Ginger. I cut up ginger. I'm trying to remember what I put. Ginger. Garlic. You gotta put just a little at the center. It's my first time doing this sort of thing. You put just a little bit. I think I made too much filling. Because I got so excited. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do some wontons today. Alright, so now we got our filling. Ooh, there it is. And then it says, make sure it's centered, okay? Make sure it's nice and centered. They usually have a spoon. Then you get, have a bowl of water. Then, I was watching somebody do it on a tutorial today. Because I was like, I don't want to look so dumb in front of everybody. This is my first time making it. Then, is it too dark in here? Then, drying my hands on the towel. Then, you get the edges that are wet and you put them together. So I saw someone do something like this. Okay, now you firmly press it, just like this. I'm trying to get readjusted to the camera here. Then just like this. I think. Big brain? No. Oh. It's more harder than I thought. Okay. I'm just gonna do it the other way. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Oh, it's my first time. I was like, I gotta prepare. Okay, guys, this is not, it's not gonna be the most beautiful wonton, but it's my first one. It says to firmly. I'm sure some of you guys in here are experts. I put water. Okay, we're just gonna lightly press. Lightly press. I know I have some geniuses in chat right now. They're like, Sprinkles, do it. See? Ta-da! My first wonton. Yeah, my first time ever making one. Not bad, right? I gotta switch the camera over. Oh, I did something else. I wasn't supposed to. There it is. Ah. What do you think? They said to lightly, firmly, you get some water. You get some water, and then you lightly, firmly press it together. Oh, now it's coming apart. Oh, no, I should have just left it alone. Okay. There. I'm leaving this one alone. This one right here. I feel like it's gonna fall apart. I don't like that notion, but I think it will. So this is my bowl of water. A little bit of water, not too much water, okay? And you're gonna learn with me. You're gonna watch me make mistakes on live stream. Worth it. But yeah, this took me like 2 hours. If you're wondering, how long did it take you to do the filling? The pork took me roughly 45 minutes to an hour to do. Yeah, because I had to cook it. So the thing is, when you boil the wonton, it's about maybe 4 to 5 minutes. And so I want to make sure I'm doing this accurately to the recipe. Yeah, because if not, I'll overboil it and then I'll cry because it took me so long. And I was like, I forgot. I actually had plans Saturday. I was like, no, but I gotta do this with buddies. So it's a late night snack. We're eating wontons. I wish I had a spoon. So we're gonna make as many as possible. And if I have any left over, I'll probably just freeze it. That's what people recommended. If you make too much, freeze it. Then you can have frozen wontons next time. So yes, so the meat here, if you're curious, is the pork fully cooked, is the tiny shrimp fully cooked. If you don't see any shrimp, it's probably because I mashed it all the way, which is good. You do see, you see my poorly chopped ginger. Oh well, my ginger. Let's do this along the edges. They say just a little bit of water along the edges. I want to make sure you get a nice view. Remember, it's my first time making wontons with you guys. It's all being recorded live on television. You're gonna watch me fail. Then firmly press it like this together, but not too strongly. And you move this one over, not too strongly. I'm not trying to be aggressive with these little guys, but Jesus! Ooh. Yes. I've never done this before in my life. Ever. But I got curious. I was like, oh, why don't we just make wontons together? So yeah, you can buy these at the store, or you can make them at home. I'm doing it this way, where it looks like a tiny little star. Because I'm new. I don't want them falling apart either. There's other ways to do it, but I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I don't want to look like a fool. I'm sure there are experts in chat. It says, Conreal, check out. It says, why can't you use a spoon? Why use knife? I forgot the spoon, and I have to go all the way back to the kitchen. I need spoon. I need spoon, but I don't have a spoon. You're right, Chicken. I need spoon. I could ask someone to bring me a spoon. It says firmly, but not too aggressively. You gotta be gentle with these little guys. What do you think? Not too bad? I don't want it to open up later. I need spoon. Ah! It says Franklin Farm. Amen. Hello, Franklin Farm. Why knife? Yeah, you should use a spoon. I just forgot mine. I was so caught up in trying to make sure I was here on time. I even made myself some coffee, but I'm not going to be able to enjoy my coffee because this is a hands-on project. So get it to the center as much as possible. Do not stab yourself, and do not use a knife. Use a spoon, but make it nice and neat as possible. Not too much, but not too little. This feels good. Wait, is the music playing? Do we have music playing? Ah, good. We have music. I just have the volume down so I can concentrate because I'm so nervous. So there's other ways to do this too? I'm trying to remember. I watched videos before I got off at work. I was like, okay, I gotta prepare myself. How did they do it? I think...
Welcome, new guest.
Oh, I'm glitching now. Send me your blessing, buddies. Send me your blessing. Well, I don't know, but I'm experimenting now. Oh. What is this? What have I just created? I don't know. I'm trying to remember from the video, and now my model's freezing. I don't know. I created something. There's even a goldfish you can do. I try to do the goldfish right now, but this is not goldfish. This is ugly fish. And it's kind of sticking. Kind of not sticking. Dark Buddy says, BR. He says, what? It says, yup, we got music. Ah, good. But now I'm frozen. Oh. I'm back. Okay, so this... poor little baby. Poor little baby. I try to make a goldfish. I'm gonna make goldfish. Chicken says, I will give you. Says, you fight to me for spoon. I have spoon. I will fight you, chicken. I will. Oh my gosh, my heart rate's 113. Oh, it's 112. Okay. Alright, remember. How do I remember to do goldfish? I think I need to put less at the center this time. So you fold it over. Okay, that's good. Stick knife back in there. Now, I think I need to fold it. Like, oh. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. think I need to put it on one side, but I can do this. Don't know how, but I will. I thought I was doing it. Not sure if I did it or not. Oh. They said be careful because these can unravel if not done properly. I was trying to make goldfish and now it looks like tadpole. Tadpoles have very tiny tails. I need to look up a tutorial real quick and then I can show you Big Brain. Okay, there. Tadpole! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is unraveling. Am I supposed to add more water? Do you think that's what it is? Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna wrap the tadpole tail in. I'm gonna tuck it in and then press it. Baby dumpling, baby wonton. Trust me, buddies. I had to last-minute preparations, but we're here now, so it should be fine. Let me look up a tutorial. How to fold wontons correctly. Okay, how to fold wonton. And usually people have like really nice short clips of them folding. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I found one. Slightly bigger ragoon. 3 ways to fold. Oh, that one's cute! Ah, I found one! It's cute! Dark Buddy says, it's not totally firm. It might unravel when boiled. Oh. 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 Maybe I'm putting too much? Okay, I found... Oh, no, there's commercial. I don't want commercial. Stop it, commercial. That is so cute. Okay. It shows where they wet the tip here. You're probably right. I need to be more careful. So they fold it like this. They fold it like a triangle. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the camera is. So they fold it like a triangle. Firm, 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 firm. Maybe I need to be more firm? And then... they grab the end pieces. I had to reposition my camera again. I really need a spoon. Then... like this. What do you think? I tried. I'm learning. What do you think? So they need to be firm. I'm being more firm. This is just the beginning, by the way. The wontons are being... oh yeah, why isn't it sticking? Do I need to be more firm? What do you think? Looks like a booty. We're gonna put this one down. I'm gonna try making them look like this one. Dark Buddy says, oh, kind of like a heart shape. I think the person who wrote the article calls them how to fold wontons. There's the bonnet, the diamond, and the scrunch. This one is... the bonnet. We're gonna do the bonnet. There's a goldfish one, though. I would love to do the goldfish one. I just might go get a spoon. Will the spoon make a difference? What if the almighty spoon does make a difference? See, I think that's why it's not. Because I spill it over a bit. I'm either putting too much because I don't have a spoon. But I'm not giving up yet. We have all night to make wontons. Like this. We're gonna do the bonnet again. I think I put too much. This is actually very relaxing. If you guys feel nervous about trying something new, because I'm trying something new, don't be. Be brave. Be brave and try it. Because I was asking myself, what should we actually do differently? I do desserts all the time. I do cookies. I do cakes. I feel like I have a lot of comfort with those because you don't have to mold or do anything too, you know, too detailed oriented. Ta-da! We're just gonna practice with this one first. But yes, cross your fingers and pray for me that none of them fall apart. Whoa, chica! Why different? Why? Nana! I love you, Nana! What happened to Nana? Says Dark Buddy says if you have too much, there's less surface area for the edges to stick. Oh. It says, chica, you just use rice, lift it bit, and then make shape easy. Oh. Oh, I think I have two. Oops. You're probably right. Oh, it says, Dark Buddy says, I guess there's only a portion to it. There's only one way to find out, though. I really want a spoon, but I have to get up to go to the kitchen. And that means opening up the door and letting the dogs in. I don't trust them right now. What else should we do? Well, I'm gonna keep trying the bonnet. I think the bonnet works for me. And that says... Malik! Hello, Malik! This is midnight snacking with sprinkles. Trust me, if I could do this during the day, I would. I don't want to tempt anybody to, like, break their like, fasting regimen and they end up snacking because I had a live stream. I'll be flattered, though. I'm like one of those midnight commercials where now you have to go buy something to eat. They're like, have a burger for like $5.99 when it was $5.99. They're like, have a full meal on us for $7.99. That's right, folks, $7.99. Firm but gentle. I'm praying to the food gods. Oh, food gods, please, I beg of thee. Help me make beautiful wontons for our dumpling soup. I'm trying to face the camera right. Firm but gentle. Firm but gentle. Aww, look. It says hello. It says hello, buddies. Don't eat me. It's cute, but it's unfolding a bit. Aggressiveness. Aggressive. Oh no. Commercials on my art. I'm looking at an article on the tablet. I usually monitor you guys on the tablet, chat and stuff. Okay, what do you think? Please pray for me. Like Yokoza said, chica. Nana says, yeah, it's been a while. I got a new job recently, so I've had less time to watch the streams. Oh, Nana, it's okay. I'm just happy you're back, even just for a bit. You guys make my day. You're the reason why I'm motivated to be a streamer and to bake and cook. I guess today is technically cooking. I wanted to reserve more time to chat with you guys, so I did this first. This took 2 hours of preparation, only because it's my first time, too. I I kind of want some coffee. A chicken says triangle, yeah. Malik! My coffee's all weird. I want some coffee. I need some coffee. And I need it now. I would show you, but it's really hot. You know when your cup gets nice and steamy, but you cover the top? And then it has a lot of, like, a water, a lot of moistness. What do you call it when your cup gets extra steamy, but then now you have a lot of water droplets? Yeah. This is what it looks like. This is just a lot of water at the top because I cover it because of Kimchi. Kimchi was a bad boy today. He peed, marking his territory. He's gotta get fixed. Yeah, he did a big oopsie. Yeah, all over the walls, man. Aw, my poor baby. It's because he wants to get out and he wants to go have babies. Because he's about 6 months, so puberty. Yeah, puberty for cats goes hard. Poor little guy. He doesn't know why, but he has the urge to mark everything. Yakuza in Japan, says Chicken. Muerto says only at night for that gremlin energy. Yeah! We're making dumplings at night. 𝐿𝐼𝐵. Oh, just 𝐿𝐼𝐵. Oh! Was I pronouncing it wrong? I might have been. I want to try the goldfish one, but I'm just taking coffee break. It says, Dark Buddy says... Oh no, yeah, we got ours fixed before the issue happened. For real? So it is a thing. Because I was reading like, okay, do cats mark territory? They do mark territory. Man, I should have fixed him sooner, but he's 6 months. And yeah, I guess I need to schedule it, but it's really hard to. It's really hard because like, they're just not available. Ooh. Ew. Ah. I'm just looking at a different way to fold it. Okay, guys, we're gonna do it square style. It says do it like this. You put the sorry, I keep forgetting where the camera is. And then it says fold it like this, like a square. So you're learning with me. Oh, not you, Alexa. Alexa's brother. And then like this. And then... we're gonna fold the sides. Now it's a square. I keep forgetting where the camera is. It's in the square. Then you fold the sides. I like the other side. I like the other version better. You fold the sides. I need to be more aggressive with it or something. Or it's not sticking because maybe too much. I don't know what I created, but I created something. The camera? Whoa, this is... Chicken says in Thailand we have fried 𝑔𝒄, 𝑔𝒄 and pork. Yes, Malik, coffee. Says keep talking about coffee. What about coffee? Mine is extra spicy. I have spicy coffee grounds. I'm really trying. I think I put too much filling. Alright guys, here's our demonic dumpling baby. Oh, it did spill out. It looks like a diaper. My poor little diaper baby. Which other one could I do? Something about... you need 2 teaspoons and triangle. I really like the bonnet. Then there's another version. Gently squeeze to seal. Oh, that's too complicated for me. Oh, goodness. I need to beg someone to go get me a spoon. Well, we have this one. This is gonna be to fish them out when we're done and they're ready. Yeah, this fishes them out. They're gonna take about 5 minutes when they start to boil, but it's gonna take maybe roughly 10 minutes to get the water to boil. And you gotta be extra careful because it gets steamy. And if it gets too steamy, I have these monitors right in front of me because I'm doing this at my desk. Yeah, streamers... Ugh, stabbed. Well, yeah, streamers like me will be doing baking and cooking at our desk. I bleached everything. I did, like, for real. I was like, I am not working at a dirty desk station. That's so... I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. It's the filling portions. Use a spoon. Don't be like me. Take your time. Get a spoon. Don't forget the spoon. I'm doing the bonnet. It's the most simplest one I could do. I like it. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. It does look like a baby. Muertos! Only at night. Yes. I burned my hand, but at night. It makes it much cooler and edgier. Oh, I ordered food, but at night. It kind of does. Is it just me, but does it like make everything sound more dangerous? It's like, oh, I'm eating cookies, but at night. Oh, SpongeBob is a legend. They have changed up the characters quite some. I believe the creator of SpongeBob passed away. Aw, but wasn't he some sort... He studied... Didn't he study marinology? This one is so cute. Oh, so adorable. Please hold together. Maybe I should put like a bit of water on the edge so I can like go over it again. I can hold it farther away actually. I probably should. I'm so worried that they're gonna fall apart. No, please hold together. Now you need coffee. I recommend trying some spicy coffee. It'll sure wake you up though. You guys, I almost ran late to work today. I couldn't wake up. I woke up like maybe an hour late. And I just threw something on. Nobody noticed. I found a long sleeve and I was like, I'm so cozy. I dressed all nice and cozy today. And I was like, you know what? I gotta make sure I'm prepared for the live stream tomorrow. I was like, I'm running late today, but I made it on time. Like, I made it on time to work, but I just woke up late. I sacrificed purchasing a burrito. That's right. Sometimes I go and I buy burritos in the morning. Yep, I buy chorizo burrito. So freaking good. And then I got coffee and I was like, ah, yeah, this is a life. I ran late. I forgot to pack my lunch, but yeah. Felt pretty good to treat yourself. Every now and then, treat yourself to some coffee. The coffee is usually like maybe 3 something. Prices are getting expensive, but I don't do Starbucks or nothing. I used to do Starbucks when it was close by, but now I no longer have access to a nearby Starbucks. Starbucks is getting expensive too, because it's a name brand. I mostly make coffee at home and I take it to work. That's what I do to save money. It's easy to be spending money on coffee all the time. You're like, oh, it's just today. Then it's like 3 days that week. So I'll try my best to brew fresh coffee every other day. And coffee is usually good, maybe at least for 2 days. If it's room temperature, like if the room temperature is like nice and cool, then you don't have to worry about little fungi growing up in your coffee. Because we'll let the coffee sit for maybe 2 days and then refresh the grounds. Yeah, that way you save on coffee grounds. And filtrage, for coffee filtrages, we use a reusable one. Because sometimes you can purchase the throwaways, but we just have one that we bleach and clean. I use Mr. Clean to scrub it better. Because it stains, you know, the coffee grounds will stain the coffee filter at some point. Ta-da! Dark Buddy says, marine biology, yeah! Old SpongeBob is timeless, so many memes. Especially when SpongeBob drives Squidward crazy. Poor Squidward. And his arch nemesis, Squilliam. Squilliam Fancy Pants! Isn't Squilliam Fancy Pants a fraud? Cause doesn't he like he's like a rich guy in quotation. I would put my hands in quotation, but they're busy. My hands are busy. Cause I believe he's a scam artist, actually. That there's a theory Squilliam Fancy Pants scams other people out of their money. He makes them think that he is rich. So he takes people on tours, right? So he's making money by taking people on tours, and they pay him for him to, like, you know, spend time with them. To me, it's like, if you have the confidence and you have a little flash to you, you know, like what you wear, you make it look nice. I mean, I guess he was flashy. But I think someone did a theory, they did a film theory, might have been the film theorist, that he is, in fact, robbing people out of their money. Because he's always hanging out with others, but they're the ones who are actually spending the cash. And he's just kind of mooching off the atmosphere and hanging out with that crowd, but secretly he himself can't afford all those things. But because he gets people to believe that he actually gets to have some fun. You know what I mean? Like, you hang out with that crowd of people. In his case, I feel like I've seen other characters spend money. You never once see him pull out his wallet and be like, oh, I'm gonna pay for this, or I'm gonna pay for that. You always see it that it's like the crowd he's hanging out with that are like pulling out their money, but you never once really see him double in his cash. It's always like the flashy money coming out of one of his friends. It's more of like a facade, so to speak. It really makes you think. What inspired the creator of SpongeBob to make Squilliam Fancy Pants? Was it just, you know, the opposite personification of Squidward, or that this other character actually achieved? Kind of. Even if he is a fraud, he still did achieve that high life. Even if it wasn't necessarily all his money. You know what I mean? But it makes you think. We're gonna have a lot of dumplings. I've made so much. I'm gonna actually... You know what, guys? I'm tempted to go get a spoon now. Yeah, some of these will fall apart. Some of these won't. I don't even have a big enough pot for all these dumplings. I might have to get the big pot, but it's huge. It's a giant... Not a crock pot. We had a crock pot. I don't even think we have one anymore. This is a lot more than I realized. This could feed like a whole family, like a really big family gathering. This could feed maybe at least 10 people, maybe? At least what I'm looking at from here. I'm so happy you can join me tonight. I know it was last minute, but I wanted to keep my promise. I was like, we're gonna do hand cam dumplings. That's exactly what we're gonna do. It's actually supposed to be dumpling soup, but you can't have dumpling soup without the dumplings. And if you're wondering why I'm only doing this kind of fold, it's because it's the easiest one I find that's working. I like that they're covered in powder, so I don't have to worry too much about it sticking to me. It says... It says, Adam! Hello, Adam! Where's Eve? Bb-joink-a-doink. Ba-dum-bum. Tisks. Oh, that's so quirky! Where is Eve, Adam? The Adam. She's probably busy doing her hair, doing her nails, you know, girl things, lady things. Dumplings freeze really well! Yes, they do. So happy to have the Adam with us. What it says, like that girl that we got in trouble for faking everything and trying to scam everyone with the art thing. Wait, that happened? What did I miss from the internet drama? I might have missed it. Unless Mujin or Rev says Desu. I do watch False ID. I do watch that guy, their team, the group now. It used to just be him, but now it's a team. He expanded. Adam says LOL. I know. Man, Adam is such like, I think a very strong origin name. I wonder if there's different ways to spell Adam. I always thought of like atomic, like atom, almost like Adam, but atom, A-T-O-M, like atomic, atomic radiation or bomb. You know, if I could name my children anything, it'd be Cosmo. Like cosmic, but Cosmo. Kind of like from Cosmo and Wanda. I don't think I'd ever pair my children with Cosmo and the name Wanda. Because that would be too much. But I do. I want to name one of my kids Cosmo. And then I want to name the other... I guess Cosmo is a gender fluid one. It sounds more masculine. Cosmo. But it'd be a gal. Maybe. This is Andrea Goo. A boingy. Nanikore. Hello. Boingy indeed. I'm happy my model's working now. It did freeze a bit earlier. The room is thankfully cold. Usually for hand cams, it's always so hot. But winter's here. And it's cooling off. It's been very rainy and wet and moist outside. Very wet and humid. That's a better word. Humid. I don't really have anything against the word moist. Not really. I mean, who wants to eat dry cake? You want a moist cake. You know what I mean? Food's moist. Our mouth is moist. Our body has to maintain some sort of hydration. I've never woken up like... Well, I've woken up in sweats during the summer. Every summer, just sweat. Yeah. Puddle of sweat in the morning like I did a workout. So hot. My room is not very good with... Like, it's not very insulated. So even with air conditioning, it's not enough to keep me cool. At least not during the summer. Making sure it's good on all sides. Oh, 𝑠'Carchese! Blasphemy! Oh no, 𝑠'Carchese! You know what I thought? We should do noodles next. We should actually make homemade noodles. And then figure out if we can... if we can embrace... the homemade version. Instead of buying it at the store, we just actually, like, chop up some... really thin sliced noodles. I've seen people make it at restaurants. Some restaurants will actually cook and prep noodles right in front of you. Beautiful. If that is not considered art, then I don't know what is. If you've ever seen it before, they just string it out. They just cool it. Thinly sliced. And you watch them boil it in front of you. And then you see them chop it up because it's so long. It's beautiful. This is why I love food. I love food because other people bring the joy into it. They put the love into it. This little guy right here, I'm putting every ounce of aggression and love. Because apparently my pinches are not strong enough to keep it together. I think I need to put water on the edge a little. then go back and pinch it? Yeah, I'm new to this, by the way. It's the first time I've ever made dumplings. I was like, you know what? We should make it. Well, here am I just, like, buying items for the dumpling soup. And I'm thinking, I know I could purchase a dumpling, but why not try something different? Just know, the filling, I had to use a potato smasher. I had to mash it up together. If not, you would see, like, everything kind of separated. The garlic, the ginger, I added soy sauce. Instead of Chinese wine, I did sake, because that's what I have. I was reading online, what is the substitute for Chinese wine? And they're like, just use sake. It works just as good, unless you want a more authentic flavor. So yeah, there's some, if you know what sake is, then yeah, there's some wine in here. But just a little bit. These remind me of the little clams from Alice in Wonderland. There was a walrus, and he tricked the little baby clams that look like this with little bonnets. He tricked them into being eaten by him. He told them to go up on land, and it was really hot, so the little baby clams believed him. That he was like some really nice guy, you know, just showing them, like kind of like a magician. So he tricks the baby clams to going on shore, and somehow he finds a way to eat them. Or to cook them. So he cooks the baby clams, betrays their trust, and eats them. He was supposed to share it with one of his friends. There were 2 walruses, I think. The big chunky one is the one that succeeded. And the thin one... I think the thin walrus... I think they were both walruses. He kind of helped the big giant walrus into, like, eating these little guys. But they represented, like, babies. And their little voices... That's how they sounded. They're like, hey, mister! And they're, like, talking to the giant big walrus. They're like, oh, you're so cool. You're so, like, magical. He's like, I'm gonna show you guys a cool trick. And he's, like, winking at them. And then he just tricks them into being cooked. And he eats them. He eats all of them. But, I mean, that's what walruses do. They gotta eat, right? There's a walrus, and I think there was a seal. And they were both fighting in the end because the seal didn't get anything, but the walrus ate all of them. So they both were in on it, like, hey... let's trick these little guys to, like, leaving their safety of their home, and then we'll eat them together. Crazy. Alice in Wonderland is a fever film. But I did some brief watch of the documentary about Alice and the creator behind it. He had a fascination with little girls. My gosh. The youth. I mean, people said it wasn't weird or creepy, that he was a gentleman. But I mean, I leave it up to you guys to decide. Go watch the Alice in Wonderland. More about the book writer. Not so much about the films. Or the recreated, reconstructed live action. It's more about the original author. There was a little girl named Alice. And he had a interesting and strange relationship. Things were different back then. For example, art. There were art depictions of the youth that were drawn. Now it's not appropriate. But back then, you'd see it on postcards, is what history tells. I've never seen those postcards. I don't think anybody should. Where people would do... like, think of baby cupids. Well, people would be illustrated. Like, families would have their children illustrated. And this is by art. Like, artwork. Not photographs. Not that I know of. And yeah, there's some part of that in the documentary. Yep, it's an eye-opener. Strange things about history. Nowadays, people are more of like, no, they're too young to ever be, you know... You think of, like, museums, they have sculptures. You think of the Roman period of art. You see, like, mothers and their children. There's some really nice depictions, and then there's some really not so nice depictions. It depends, I think, on the culture, the essence, and, like, the meaning behind it. But yeah, the story behind the writer, Would I ever trust that guy with my kids? No. Yeah, no. He goes on a trip with Alice. He was like, I think, a young man. He was in his 20s. And Alice was like under the age of 12. And he had a really, he had a fascination with specifically her. It never went into about their relationship. It just, you know, there was times recorded or documented that, you know, she thought he was really nice. Nothing from her term or perspective that he was creepy. But we don't know. We really don't know what happened then. A lot of people are they're kind of like, they talk around the subject. Yeah, they talk around the subject. They don't really directly say or state anything because it's kind of like in the air about what kind of person he was. Nothing explicitly like he wasn't violent or heinous or nothing like that, but just times were different back then. The trust was there. Like, I think people trusted each other too much because it was unheard of. For example, hitchhiking. There was a period of time where people could hitchhike, and that was considered very normal. And people thought that, you know, the other people would be courteous and wouldn't do anything until you find out that years later that there's a lot of crimes related to hitchhiking where people go missing or get murdered that way. And nobody knew any better. And I think that's what it really kind of goes to. Nowadays, you have access to the internet, so you get perspective from all over the world. And you think about cultures and traditions as well. You have to factor that in for what's culturally appropriate. But yeah, there's that historic aspect to Alice in Wonderland. I think watching the documentary kind of makes you think about how people were. I think people had a different sense of humor too, because of those postcards. But I have never... I don't think those kind of illustrations are available, which is fitting. But if they are, I'm sure it's more of like a historical documentation of it. But yeah, I don't think... It's different when you have your baby photograph, because you have to consider, people have their infant children posed in cute little like angel wings, for example, or they have them dressed up in different types of themes. I think infant photographs, that's, you know, culturally acceptable, but anything other than an infant or baby, I think people are just like, nah, yeah, no. And maybe it has to do with going with maybe modesty. People try to be more modest with their kiddos. And I think because of the internet, it makes it more dangerous. So it's honestly preferable that people just only stop when kids are, you know, when it's just baby photos. People want to do like kind of a baby book, for example. I feel like that's more acceptable, but back then, I think this was over 100 years ago. Maybe roughly over 100 years ago, people would just... They were more comfortable with that. And it really has to do with the times, too. But yeah, no more hitchhiking. At least not in a lot of major parts of the world. Where I'm from, we don't hitchhike. The 70s and 80s were known where people just, you know... Love is love, peace versus over war. Everybody had a different priority, and some people just didn't have a car, they didn't have transportation, or they were low on funds and they couldn't afford to take a train ride or a bus ride. I kind of wish people did that now, that people had that trust or comfortability with hitchhiking. Because then you could save money, but, you know, it's just for the best. Is it too dark? Should I brighten up the screen? Is it too dark? Cozy Wave! Number 1 says, hello, Sprinkles. FGC Highlight says, pink hands. My hands are pink. I need to change the setting. I'm sorry, my hands are pink. FGC Highlight says, hello, super muscular girl. Oh, you think I'm muscular? Thanks. I do work out. I need to up my weights. Because I was listening to different types of... What is it? Different... what is it? I don't even remember their names. All I remember is Chloe Ting. Chloe Ting advocates, too, that you should up your weights if you want to see more muscle definition and more kind of, like, growth. Because once you surpass getting comfortable with using the repetition of, like, let's say 5 pound like dumbbells, you want to ump it up to 10 pounds. Because your body gets acclimated, and once it's acclimated, you see less growth. You kind of stunt yourself a bit. So I just need to get to ump it up a bit too. I don't think I ever want to lift 40-pound dumbbells, but I could if I wanted, if that's a goal I have. And it really depends on what your goal of your body too. I need to change the settings, my goodness. These are a lot of dumplings. Oh, this is too sticky. Is 𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻𝑏𝑑𝒢𝒻 that is an honest take. And I agree. I don't think it's easy for parents to want or feel comfortable posting photos. I think if they have a Facebook, then they can post it within the surrounding of like their family online. That's different. I feel like Facebook can be more private, so people do that more. But Instagram, nah. Snapchat, nah. Those are not platforms for like personal private stuff. I feel like it's easier for things to... Snapchat is... Snapchat, I feel like that's meant for casual chatting, not so much as posting. Instagram and Facebook are more posting pages. Twitter, definitely not. Can you imagine someone posting their baby photos on Twitter? I feel like that can get out of hand. Like, you don't know. It's easy for people to just like take photos of pretty much anybody now online. I gotta change the hand camera thing. Let me do this real quick. And then I'm gonna go here to properties, right click. I gotta change because my hands are so pink. I'm gonna do properties. I'm gonna do configure video, and then I can go here to brightness. I can ump up the brightness. Probably ump up the brightness, but the contrast, what did I change? Let me do default. That's what happened. Okay, so I did default, so I just reset it. I'm gonna brighten it up because it's so dark in my room. I could ump up the lighting too. I don't want it to be dark on live stream. Apply. Okay, guys, I'm gonna ump up my lighting. I have it on a gentle glow. Number one says, Facebook insane. People give their names away and their lives and what they do every day. Oh, you don't like when people do too much posting of their blogging? I can see that it can be dangerous. I think sharing too much online can be. That's why becoming a content creator, it's good to set... to redefine what kind of social boundaries of information you want to give out. Like your name or your address. Some people do share a bit too much. I feel like Facebook is a very different place compared to like Instagram and Twitter. Very different. Let me try think up the lighting. I'll be right back. I think if that's what you want to do with social media, you can. I think that's what people are kind of going for. They're kind of just sharing it with people they... Oh, is it... Am I less pink or am I still pink? Now I'm thinking it's my filters. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, it's my filters. Opacity, brightness, contrast. I don't know what it is. Hue shift, saturation. It's my saturation, guys. Oh my goodness. Less saturation, more saturation. We're gonna go for here. Am I still pink? I'm still pink. Oh well, I guess I'm just pink now. I'm just pink. It's good I added a lot. I added... Oh, I forgot. I added sesame oil. I added... What else did I add to this batter here? I added sesame oil. I'm still pink. Why am I pink? I like it pink. Why, thank you. That's weird. My hands are not naturally that pink, but thank you. You know, I'm like, am I alien? I must be alien. And one day I'll have alien babies. Yeah. And they'll be walking amongst the mortals. Me. And then one day we'll fly away in our spaceship. We'll be like, bye, Earthlings. Goodbye. And just be like, beep beep, zoom. Ah, Franklin Farm, thank you for liking my pink exotic cans. It says music's a bit too loud, really? Okay, I can fix it. Give me a second here. Thank you! Thank you for letting me know, because I honestly, every time I jump onto live stream, I take a gamble of not knowing how loud the music's gonna be. Okay, I decreased it a little bit. Let me know. Let me know if it's good now. I have it at like 49%. I pray to the food gods this fits. There are so many dumplings. Do you see how many dumplings we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 dumplings. And so much more to go. I even have garlic with me, guys. This is for the soup, by the way. We have garlic. My goodness. My goodness. It's gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna drive me crazy. Can I do default? Yes. Can I properly go to default? Why does it look that way? Contrast. Oh no. Saturation. Oh. Ew. Properties. Configure video. I'm gonna do this. Configure video. Too bright. Default. Default. Press OK. Okay, now I'm on default, but I want brightness. Because... yeah, that's good. Okay, apply. Okay, I think I fixed why my hands were so pink. But then everything's so dull. Why am I so dull? Okay, guys, are you ready to see what my hands really look like? Ah, these are my hands without... oh, they're still pink. Ah, they're still pink! Maybe I am an alien. Oh, well. It will. That kind of makes sense. The kitsunes always made me think that they were aliens because they were shapeshifters. So it's like, what do they really look like? I know in the folklore they're foxes.
Oh, hell yeah.
How's the music now, guys? Thank you for the sub and the follow, buddy. 𝒁𝑎𝑗𝑗, buddy. That sounds like a magical name. It's like I'm summoning some sort of like spiritual forces. 𝒁𝑎𝑗. Sounds fancy. I wish my name was fancy. It's just Sprinkles. Sprinkle tinkles. Whoa! Alien! Ah! I love your art, your PFP, your profile peak. Number 1 says it's normal to be pink. Dark Buddy says can't avoid the pink. Ah, pink is very soothing. Oh, I still am pink. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think it's the camera either. I think it's just me. Maybe I'm so excited and happy that I'm turning pink. I'm turning colors. I do have pink hair colors. What else has been on my mind lately other than colors? I've been thinking about traveling lately. Where should I travel? Should I blog my travels? Would you guys like it if I ever traveled somewhere and I blogged it for you guys? And we came back to have a hand cam where I get to show you all my stuff. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to a festival. But it's gonna be raining. This is raining season. I'm gonna wear... I think... I'm gonna be wearing a kimono tomorrow. I've been saving it for a whole year. I bought it off of Amazon. But it's authentic. It's not one of those, like, you know, odd fabric polyester ones. This is like cotton. Cotton's breathable. It has hydrangeas on it. These beautiful bright blue hydrangeas. However, I did buy it supposedly new. but for some reason it has a lipstick stain on it. It's not my color of lipstick, so that's how I know it's not mine. Because I can do coral colors, but I can never do straight up red. I can do light pinks, maybe. I can do orange reds and orange pinks. Think of like coral reefs, that bright red, or that bright kind of peachy, not completely red color, but orangey red. Those are the colors that go with my skin tones, like this color. I could do maybe... Could I do purple? No, I can't do purple. I can't rock purple lipstick. I've tried. I have some. It's called like raisin. Raisin. That's the lipstick color. Raisin. So many dumplings. Ah, Star Jeffrey Y64 buddy says hello. FGC Highlight says, what kind of festival? It's a fall festival. So they're gonna have a bunch of treats. They're gonna have boba. They're gonna have vendors. I'm not sure what food they're gonna have yet. I'll have to let you know tomorrow. I'll be taking photos. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow, which is why we're doing dumplings tonight. Oh my. It's already an hour later and I'm still doing dumplings? I knew this would take long. This would take a while. It's good I prepared the dumpling filling beforehand. So if you guys ever do hand cam and you want to do dumplings, it's okay to prep before. I know sometimes when you do hand cams, you feel the pressure to actually do it in the moment. Like chop up the onions, mince the garlic. I have a garlic here. This is for the soup. Or mince the ginger. This is our ginger. This is a ginger root. Smells really nice. That's right. Ginger. Then I have carrots too. These are all washed. The carrots. So these are gonna go in the soup. I have our scallions. I have our onion scallion. So we are gonna be cutting on live stream, but this had to go first. There's just so many to make. I need to work faster. Alright, buddies, give me energy. I'm a fox, so I need energy. Give me vibes, man. Spam me with love. Spam me with love and praise. I think I'm being quite brave now. I used to be so hesitant about hand cams, but now I'm getting more comfortable with them. Because when you start off with content, you're like, gaming content's so easy. Let's do gaming. But after a while, gaming's like, eh. You want something more exciting, something more like hands-on? This is perfect. And don't think that you have to be super skilled. Give it a shot. Try making dumplings. I usually do desserts, so this is a wild card for me. Will these work out? Will these dumplings stay together? I don't know. We're gonna hope and see. We have so much filling. The soup... Okay, so the soup won't take that long. Boiling the dumplings will take like 5 minutes. So if you guys ever do dumpling filling, I was reading from these recipes, you want to have pre-cooked shrimp. You can do chicken, you can do pork. Some people do crab. Some people will do crab ragoon dumplings, which is actually one of the recipes on this right here. It gives you a recipe, which is very nice. I like it when different brands will encourage you to try something new. Like, hey, I know you want to make brownies, but did you know you could make s'more brownies, and they'll give you a recipe, for example. This is an example, s'more brownies. Or Rice Krispie brownies. And, you know, kind of encourage you to experiment. I like experimenting with food. I feel like that's how we evolved as human beings. And it all started with food. What we eat matters. What you eat is important. So yes, all of this is cooked. And there's baby shrimp in here somewhere. I mashed it up real nice and good. There's some scallion, onion scallion. You can see some garlic pieces, I tried mincing the garlic and ginger. I struggled. Definitely struggled. But it was all worth it. Took me 2 hours to prep it. Something told me, Sprinkles, you're gonna want to prep this beforehand. It's gonna take you too long and people want to hang out and chat. You know what I mean? And if I was cutting the whole time, cutting the meat... Oh gosh, it was pork. Tender pork. What is it called? I ordered it. I should know what I ordered. Pork. tenloin, tailoin, tianloin. 𝒁𝒊𝒀 says, "Do you think so? I've had no problems with games so far. I think variety. I think being a gamer is harder nowadays because everybody's gaming, right? And the thing is, people want like kind of like a combination of content. I think gaming's great, but it's always good to spice it up and keep your audience on their toes. If all you do is gaming, then you kind of get stuck in one genre, right? But if you do hand cams or anything like, let's say you like doing puzzles. I love building 3D puzzles. So sometimes, every now and then, we'll have a hand cam puzzle. Puzzle assembly. I do music boxes. I really love music boxes. And instead of being a hoarder and collecting a bunch of music boxes pre-made, I force myself to try something new by building it myself, like assembling. It pretty much 3D puzzles. So it's like putting pieces together. Now be careful, you can get splinters. I've done a bamboo music box. I have it. It's a Ferris wheel. It's super dusty. It's on top of my shelf. I can show you, but not right now because it's dirty. And with that one, it was so delicate because it's bamboo. It's like really thin. Challenging. I had to use like hot glue to put it back together because they broke some pieces when I was putting it. It's really cute. And some of them are plain. Some of them you have to paint it yourself. And then other ones are metal. I don't recommend the metal ones because I had an experience where I made a, what do they call it? A record player music box, but it was metal. And it had this weird oil on it. And I kept stabbing myself on accident because it was metal. So it literally was a metallic frame. I don't know what kind. I don't think it was copper. It might have been aluminum mixed with some other metals. And to keep the metal from rusting, it has oil on it. If you think about it, think about like oiling gears. Same thing goes for if you do a metal music box. Those are very challenging. If not bamboo material, the metal one. I finished it, and then I gifted it to my brother-in-law, but it's missing some parts now, because they're very thin pieces. They're lightweight. I think those are interesting things to do. Some people do Gundam models. I would do a Gundam model, but I'm such a newbie. I just stick to my comfort zone of music boxes. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm using a small bowl of water. You use just a little bit because you have to stick the pieces of the edges together. I think I'm putting too much, but I want to make sure you firmly press it, but not too aggressively, but just enough. Number 1, this is like Minecraft. I want to do Minecraft. But you have to pay for Minecraft. I would have to purchase Minecraft. Minecraft is not free. Minecraft was very big a few years ago. It still is now. There's so much adventure. There's like a lot of lore that came out with a Minecraft movie. I have to admit, it's still popular. It'll always be popular. But always spice up your content too. You want to feel like you're free. I feel free when I do this kind of content. You see VTubers always like, you know, concealing their identity, and the only time you can not conceal so much of yourself is a hand cam. It also shows others that you're comfortable, or that you've gained some sort of confidence. Always be confident in yourself, whether you're a faceless content creator like me, whether you use a PNG, or you use an art illustration, or you're an animator. Yeah, always remember that with your content, you want to feel comfortable. I want to experiment with the different folding methods here. But the bonnet seems to be working for me. You can fold it into a square too. Like they have a goldfish one I want to try, but for some reason I really suck at the goldfish. It's a goldfish fold. And the white powder is the powder from the wonton... I gotta read it. Wrapper! I had to read the rapper to know it is a rapper. Number 1 says LOL. It says everything can be made out of bamboo. Anything. A sword. An axe. A tool. Anything. A bed. A house. Kitchen utensils. Cutting board. I have a bamboo cutting board. It works just fine. Whoa! Number 1 says I use free Minecraft T-Launcher. Genius. Smarty. Giving me pointers. I love it. Thank you. It says, Adam, confidence really is key when it comes to a lot of stuff. You're so right. Yeah, find comfortability and confidence. Just because I hide my face on the internet doesn't mean I'm not, you know, interested in being adventurous with like hand cams. Like, goodness, love, you need confidence. To get a job, you need confidence. It's crazy. Everything. Believe in yourself. You're your number 1 believer. Always have your back. You know what I mean? Especially psychologically. You gotta be like, hey man, I'm here for you. And remember, you're made out of billions and billions of microscopic organisms, so you're never alone. On your skin, you have microscopic mites that eat your dead skin. I'm sure they have a different name. Pretty much probably like a really long name. You have an ecosystem all over your body. Don't get paranoid. You're like, that's how your body works. Especially like your organs. You have little microbes inside of your intestines and your stomach. You know what I mean? That helps make sure your body's operable. That you still can work. That you don't break down and die. So people do like gut health so they can help with their little baby microbes that are helping them break down the food. I'm sure everything has a technical name. I'm being so generic. I don't know the specifications of the little creatures inside of us, but they're there. So yeah, I know you're like, life is lonely, and then you remember that your whole body is like a world, like you're a walking planet. That's how I see it. We're walking planets, just in different modification form. We're like star people that got like 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head like a starfish. We're star people. That should become a series, Star People, and it really is just humans. Another species is like, those are star people. They're shaped like starfish. When we discovered their planet, that's the first thing we saw was a starfish. So we call them star people. Because you always see in alien movies, it's like, oh, it's a human. Womp womp womp. I think that's boring. Be creative. Star people. Hello, star people. We have arrived to your planet. And they're just like, what? Star people? It's kind of creative, a little poetic. They're like, do you think we cut off their limbs? They'll grow it back like a starfish? It's like, no, we're not like starfish. We don't grow our limbs back. Please don't cut off my arm. So violent. You see a lot of violent alien movies. My favorite movie is called Alien Invaders. That's my favorite alien movie. It's child-friendly. Does it have adult jokes in it? Of course. It's from the 80s and 90s. It's gonna have a lot of adult jokes. Oh my goodness! Is it a hill? Buddy says it could always be worse. You could be a sunfish, for example. What's a sunfish? Enlighten me, dear one. Enlighten me with your knowledge. If I had a beard, I'd be stroking it. I do not have a beard. I'd pull out my beard. Actually, I would have a hairnet for my beard if I had a beard, because that would be sanitary. Yeah, I'm all about that sanitary. I bleached this table. I bleached it with a rag full of soap. And bleach. I think I watched a short video about how parasites can survive being in bleachy water. So even if, like, you tried to kill your parasites by ingesting a chemical, you probably would be more likely to die than the actual parasite would. Ew, it's messy! It's good to have a rag here. That's why I brought it. It's a clean kitchen rag. Freshly clean. Huh? Did you ever see cells at work? Yes. Look it up, buddy. The sunfish is looking quite special. What do you mean? I can't look it up. I wish you could send an emoji in chat and be like, hey guys, it's sunfish. Sunfish. What do you mean it's extra special? Is it like the sunfish from SpongeBob? Do they ever have a sunfish? Sunfish. Can someone describe it for me? Describe it for me like... Because I can't look at it. You know those image descriptors for people who may not be able to see it? They have their own, you know... We all have our limitations, you know what I mean? I do enjoy that. They'll have like voice descriptors for anybody who's blind, for example. They'll have that for movies. And the same goes for even like text. Like if they're on Twitter, they can have their phone adjusted to the settings to where it'll read everything out to them. Everything they're touching or, you know, scrolling through. It's very nice. It's very nice they have that. Because I feel like at any moment, any of us could go blind. Or have poor eyesight. It's inevitable that, like, at some point, we either become hard of hearing, or lose our ability to see well. That just comes with age, it feels. Like, I wear glasses. I can't see very well. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I probably should be. Nah, I'm good. I think I'm fine. And, I mean, my grandfather's hard of hearing, but it's because when he was serving for the military, during one of their test procedures, they were testing with explosives. And he was careful, but not careful enough. And it exploded really close by, and now he doesn't, you know, one of his ears isn't, yeah, it's just, he's deaf in one ear. But it doesn't make him less of a man. He's still the manliest man I know. Thank you, AI grandfather. He's very manly. He's a tough man, a strong man. And he loves gardening. It says, _1. Never mind, I got confused with another fish. 𝑍𝐴 says, you mean that they go up on the surface to swim flat on the surface, letting birds pick their parasites off. It's not living in deep sea at all. Franklin Farm says, I can't see well either, but it's cause I'm chinky. Aww. There's a famous makeup artist that I watch on YouTube. She does artwork on her face. Like, her face is the canvas. We've come to the very bottom. Ba, 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 ba. It says, _1. A sunfish I got confused with sunfish with a unicorn fish. There's a unicorn fish? I thought a unicorn fish was a walrus. Not a walrus. A sea... What is it called? A swordfish? Isn't a swordfish? What is the other one? There's one... yeah, not a walrus. There's another one. I forgot. It's not the walrus. The walrus has two giant, big, fanged teeth. I don't think they're helpless, though. Yeah, I think a walrus is quite dangerous. They can just go chop! And you'd be goners. You could be swimming with the, Oh, sea manatee! Sea manatee is considered... like the seahorse? No. I'm getting that confused with something else. A sea hippo? No. I think... Which one is considered, like a unicorn? The narwhal! Someone used telepathy. Thank you! The narwhal! The narwhal is like a unicorn. Oh my goodness. Someone just crashed the party. I had to silence it. Noodle crashed the party. She found a way inside, and then I had to get assistance. I can't touch a doggo right now. That'd be so gross. I touch food, then I touch the dog, then I touch the food again. No way, man. Noodle rolls around in her poop. She goes outside and she's like all cute and stuff. She does her little roly-olies in the grass, but she's rolling around in her poop. And then I have to like watch her carefully so she doesn't roll around in my bed with her poo-poo all over her. Dogs are stinky. They can't help it. They like stinky smells. I think it's on purpose, though. I think she's doing it all on purpose. So I can, like, bathe her. And sometimes she likes a bath, sometimes she doesn't. We have so many dumplings! 𝑯𝑨𝑽𝑬 says, unicorn fish isn't blowfish, I'm quite sure. I like how you guys are Googling it. You guys are adorable. I love it. I love that we all want to learn. We're all learning something new. I think this is 1. This is kind of thick for being 1. We still have a lot more, too. Alright, I think I'm getting faster. Let me try a different type. Gently squeeze to seal. Okay, I'm gonna try a different type of... if it can load fast enough, it's so slow. My internet! Okay, so here's wonton folding method. That one looks kind of messy though, but I guess it all depends on what you like. Alright, I'm going to another website. This one's too slow. I could try that one. How to fold wontons. Have to accept cookie consent. Oh, that's cute. I feel like there isn't a right or wrong with wontons. There's so many. Okay. Okay. Show me the method. Okay. Okay, no. How to fold wontons. I saw another method. Let's see. I think like you roll it up, kind of. Oh goodness. I'm running out of water. A brown dwarf, buddy says. Got any neat knives? I feel like this is extra thicky. Why do I feel like this is super thick? What if this is 2 into 1? Is it? Maybe this is just naturally thick? I don't know. This one feels different. I think I grabbed 2 instead of 1? Or maybe this one is just built different? I only have 1 knife. Ah, do I collect knives? I know some people in chat who do. Buddies, isn't it Shinzo that collects knives? Or is it swords? I think it's swords. How come I'm really good at the bonnet? I'm really, yeah, I'm getting better at this bonnet thing. Bubonic plague. 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says unicorn is a coastal coral fish. Oh, does it actually look like a coral fish? Or do you mean that it hides in the coral fish? I mean, it hides in the coral, like the coral reef, like its origin. Number 1 says, you're correct, Restream. It says, 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says, I'm 𝑧𝑰𝑵. Number 1 says, they are folded fancy. It says, it lives in coral reefs, says 𝑧𝑰𝑵. Am I saying your name correctly? Forgive me. I'm trying. Thank you. They are folded quite fancy. They're cute. These are my favorites. My favorite one so far. We have so many of these. I have another pack, by the way. We're just on this first pack, but we have the second pack, and just in case if I don't, like if I have too many, like I feel like it's gonna take both packages. We're gonna have so many dumplings left over. We're gonna have it for maybe at least a week. I'm gonna go through these in a week. I promise you. I'm gonna be eating and munching and crunching. We still have to boil them. Now we're gonna boil a few of them, but the rest of them I'm gonna freeze in the freezer, and then I'll eat them off screen probably. And so, 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says it just says 𝑧𝑰𝑵. It's fun, sprinkles. Aww. Ah, you guys are sweet. Okay. 𝑧𝑰𝑵? What does your name mean? Is it like an angel? I feel like it sounds like biblical. Because every name has a meaning. Sprinkles just refer... What does sprinkles refer to? What does my name mean? I just think of desserts. What is the true meaning of sprinkles? Other than like something that accompanies a dessert, like a topping. I think that's kind of sounds kind of bland, but I think that is like that is the definition. 𝑧𝑰𝑵 says I have horns. I'm far from an angel. Oh, you're a demon. Oh, what's your story, 𝑧𝑰𝑵? I feel like that could be totally like an X-Men name. Like one of the most like intricate X-Men. Did you guys ever hear of Hellboy? I love Hellboy. Out of all the X-Men, Hellboy is my dude, man. He's my dude. He's my dude. I love it. His origin kind of makes me think of Beast Boy. Okay, wait, they're actually very different. Hellboy, he's a grown man, but they call him Hellboy since he was a young boy. He was different. He's built different. He's red and he has horns. But his horns, I think there was some sort of incident and he had them cut. Like, that's when he turned over his leaf. Because I think he was a gangster. I think he was a ruffian. For a while. For a while, I think he was on the path of destruction and rage, because he felt rejected from society for not fitting in, and because he was red. Brown Dwarf says that's my only neat kitchen knife. Oh, really? This is my kitchen knife. Ching, 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 ching. Okay, I'm gonna put that back down. I'm gonna pour some water into this. Not a good idea. Okay, I did it. I'm drinking some water now. 𝑯𝑨𝑽𝑬 says, not much of a story, just sitting in the slightly warmer Earth's basement and gaming. Did you guys ever see Smiling Friends? Smiling Friends, they show Satan and he's a gamer. I wonder if God games in that universe. Number 1, I would not recommend the latest Hellboy movie. It was awful. What happened to the original actor? The actor. He was wonderful. Maybe because he got too old and they were like, nah. They should have still casted him. Brown Dwarf says Hellboy ain't no X-Men. He isn't? Which one is he from? Okay, so if he's not from X-Men, then was he Solo? He might have been Solo. I can't remember. Refresh my memory. It's been years since I was a kiddo. I've been collecting some Hellboy comics. Yeah, I've been nerding over Hellboy. But he's a grown man. There's other demons too, like him. I can't remember the complete story. I just know that he was on Earth. Like, he found his way to Earth. Or that he was, like, kind of, like, casted away. It's a castaway story. Number 1 says Google! I look it up. Google works for me. I would touch Google, but I can't because my hands are busy. Brown Dwarf says, I guess you missed what I said. My knife was. If you look up Dilgon Cleaver 1.5 kilograms, there might be a picture of they're still out there. 1.5 kilograms? There's still one out there. Ooh, Brown Dwarf says yes. I think his own independent franchise. Also, he's aside from all those heroes. Pretty good story. I'm tempted to watch the new one. You know what I told myself about the new one? I told myself there's different demons, and when they mean by Hellboy, they mean like the boys from hell. That it's a different demon, not Hellboy himself. That's what I told myself to cope. I watched the trailer with AI Father, and I was like, I'm coping right now. I miss the original guy. Same goes for the movie, The Matrix, when they came out with the, I think, the second one. I was coping. I really like the original guy. The original guy that introduced, you know... What's his name? Oh, goodness. I'm so bad with names. I really am. All I remember are faces. It says... arigato. We'll go and poke a couple of friends. Okay. Number 1 says the promo looks funny of Smiling Friends. I check it out. Cope, LOL. Yes. Look how many dumplings we have. Should I stop here? Or should I keep going? We have so many. It's gonna take 3 hours. We're almost there. Sort of. I gotta work faster. You guys are so distracting. Okay, guys. I'm gonna let you take the floor. I'm gonna get super concentrated on this now. I gotta get serious. I gotta get extra serious. I wanna experiment, though. But I already experimented with the first few, and they turned out ugly. Brown Dwarf says, yes, 1.5 kilograms. It's insane. Every time I hold it up, I'm scared about dropping it on my foot or something. Oh my gosh. No, Brown Dwarf's about to become... No, you need your feet. That's what makes you... a dwarf. Wait, aren't dwarves tiny? Whoa, dwarves? No. If I think of, dungeon... Food Food fantasy dungeon. That recent anime with a dungeon. My brain cells come back. Repopulate. Food dungeon? What is up with me? Dark Buddy says, I just remember you gotta eat what you made. Dungeon Mishy, yeah! Cinephile says, anyway, see you later, bye! Okay, bye! Yes, I do gotta eat what I make. I still have to cook these, guys. They're just, I made too much filling. Look, I made so many. It's good I bought extra. That I brought more of these. Okay, I gotta make sure I do this right, though. I have to do these little guys justice. I feel like some of them are gonna fall apart, though. I still have to make more! Brown Dwarf says become extra short? Would that technically make me become a halfling? Oh! Oh, that's smart. Okay, wait, wasn't Hagrid a dwarf? Half dwarf, half giant? Hagrid from Harry Potter. Let's see if I can actually try something different. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try something different. But I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Okay, I'm trying it. I'm sure someone out there who's experienced this like, no sprinkles! Okay, I'm gonna try it this way. I gotta spice this up. Yeah, because Hagrid was half giant, and then he had his brother hidden in the woods, and he had his brother chained up against it, like trees, like several trees. Oh, poor Hagrid. Doesn't he fall in love? He really felt like a father figure to Harry Potter. To Harry! Harry, you're a wizard! I watch it every year for Christmas. That's my go-to movie series. I just start binge-watching Harry Potter. They really capture the essence and magical aspect of, like, Christmas time. I think that's why I watch it. Take a look at my new dumpling! Take all angles of it. Take it in. Take it in, guys. My pyramid. I like the fancier ones. I like the other ones. I couldn't figure out... I'm gonna do 6 ways to fold wontons. I keep looking at it, and I'm using my knuckles. Alright, double tap that one. Okay, I'm gonna move as fast as possible because we're like 2 hours on this. See, imagine if I didn't do the preparations, how long it would take us to actually get the dumplings. Because we still have the dumpling soup, which can take about like maybe 20 minutes. Okay, so they have the goldfish one. I am gonna try the goldfish one. Am I doing the goldfish? Curse you, ads. Oh. They all like little booty cheekies. Oh, I found one. Method 1. Alright, I'm experimenting now. Experimenting! Okay. So you fold it as a square. I'm gonna show you guys. You fold this as a square, right? This is one of the methods. I'm gonna try something different other than the other one. So you fold it as a cute little square. Then it says scrunch it up a bit. Oh. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. And then... scrunch it up a bit. Sorry, I keep moving off screen! Ta-da! That's okay, I guess. I was expecting something more extravagant. Okay, maybe that works now. Take pride in what you make, guys. Take pride in your creations. You know what's crazy? VTubers like me, we take so much time coming up with our lore, and the lore goes out the window once we start making content. Number 1 says, I think dwarf tossing used to be an Olympic sport. They look yummy, like rolling up cigarettes. Oh my goodness! Well, if you say so. I don't judge. Have you guys ever tried those gummy ciggies? It's a candy for kids. It's like, it looks like a ciggy, but you pull it out from the paper, and it's actually just bubble gum. We had those as kids. I mean, I guess some people could say that it encourages smoking, but not really. At least not for me. It didn't encourage me to smoke. I personally don't smoke, but when growing up, my family told me, well, specifically A.I. father, he's like, when you go to college, you need to know how to handle these things. You can't be blind about it. You can't be a dum-dum. So A.I. father taught us there's an etiquette to smoking. Yeah, everything has an etiquette. Same for drinking too. Never be shy away from learning the etiquette of drinking. How much to drink, especially when you go to college. Because it's just bound to be, you know, alcohol. That's a part of adulting. You start experiencing new things, trying new things. And just learn the etiquette of how much. Be sure to eat before you go drinking. Have a full stomach. And sip. Don't chug anything down. You want to enjoy the flavor and stuff. So never chug or nothing. Yeah, never chug. They only do that as a sport. They only do that as like a game for like, you know, when you go to parties and stuff like that in college. Because if you don't know the etiquette, then you walk into a situation feeling blindsided, and you want to make sure that you can hold your own. You know your limitations. So when I was younger, when I was the age for drinking, because I'm an adult, I just have a cute little chibi model. When I was the age for drinking, AI father told me, like, what do you do when it comes to don't mix your alcohols together, things like that. Oop. Or always watch where you put your drink. If you leave your drink somewhere unattended and it's open, don't drink it, just pour it out. Don't feel ashamed for pouring out your drink and getting another one. You don't want to get... What do you call it? You don't want to get... What is it called? Roofie? You don't want to experience something that awful. So just, you know, be careful when you drink. Or if you have a drink, make sure you watch who's serving you if you're at a bar. Like, pay attention. Be self-aware. Know your limits. That sort of thing. And the best way to figure out what your limitations are is like with drinking with your family. And different cultures, people at the age of 16 can drink with their family. They can order wine with their family, or their parents can order the wine for them. Everybody's household's different. And then you have to think of the cultural differences and appropriation. Some people, they just learn the etiquette of drinking at an early age, like 16, 17. But it really depends on the parenting style. I think it's better to know how to handle it than to be, like, unknowing. And then having someone take advantage of you because you don't know. I think that was my parents' worst fear. They didn't want me being a goofball. Not a goofball. They didn't want me to be naive. That's the better way to put it. You don't want to go into college feeling naive and suckered into something, not knowing any better. So it's better to ask questions and learn from your parents. Because your parents will tell you, like, oh yeah, when I was 23, I drank a whole keg of beer. And I passed out, then I woke up and vomited, for example. And I never drank a keg of beer again. You know what I mean? Like, just, share stories, share experiences, ask questions. Don't feel shy. Be like, hey, I don't want to be an idiot when I go to this party one day, like in college. Because, like, drinking is a thing when you become an adult. It's just the mature way of looking at it. It's gonna happen. You're gonna be offered a drink. You want to make sure you know what to do. And, like, how much to drink. And how to say no, too. If someone's offering you drinks, learn how to say no and feel comfortable with it. Don't feel peer pressured to. That's also important. Because these are experiences you're gonna have regardless of whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? Especially with making new friends. And never feel ashamed either. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to ever drink if you don't want to. Some people have medical conditions and they can't. That sort of thing. But I think drinking... I I feel like it's a social thing. More than anything else, drinking's a social thing. And, you know, learn what you like and what you don't like too. Because that's a part of adulting. Do you like wine? Do you not like wine? Do you like beer? Do you not like beer? I don't like beer. It's not my thing. I'm not really into the yeasty flavor. I did wine. I do wine, I do sake, I do soju, I do those, but I don't do beer. Brown Dwarf says, woke up in unpleasant conditions. Oh my gosh, are you okay, Brown Dwarf? Number 1 says, yes, you wanted to say sprinkles. That's me in the past. I drank a whole keg of beer and woke up in the middle of nowhere, lol. Oh no, number 1! Nobody took you home? Oh no, the dumpling. The dumpling exploded. Oh. I'm gonna have to double wrap this one. Oh no, it exploded. This one exploded. I was too aggressive. Oh well, we'll see what happens later. Yes, that's my point exactly. You want to know your limitations. I know my limitations. Never again. Not the time for story time. I don't think I've ever gone overboard because I'm very self-conscious. And I usually don't do drinking in like big social gatherings because I get super like overwhelmed. Also knowing like how like do you get emotional? How are you socially? That sort of thing. Some people end up sharing too much with you when they're like super, you know, when they're having a good time. Let's see. Are you a friendly drunk? Are you a violent drunk? Are you a chatty drunk? Do you dance? That comes with drinking too. Like, do you get super excited? Do you get sleepy? That sort of thing. Also, like learning to not to drive when you drink, never drive when you drink, always take like an Uber or Lyft, but there's a buddy system. I believe in the buddy system. Don't ever go out drinking alone ever. Especially if you're going through something, just buy a drink and drink at home. If you're feeling emotional, but you still want to have like, you know, your adult beverage, you're allowed to have your adult beverage when you're of age. When you have your own job and you can buy things, you know, with your own money. Of course, every household's different. If you still live at home with your parents, then you still have to consider like how they feel too. Depends on how your household is. For me, they're fine with it as long as I drink responsibly, and I think that's the aspect about learning about your beverages, your adult beverages. It's very vital. We still have a few more. I think we're gonna make it, guys. And then most of this right here on the plate is going in the freezer. But yes, this right here, this has sake in it because it required Chinese wine, but I can't find Chinese wine at my store. At my store? Store? At my store. So I use sake. The sake is over 10 years old. It was a gift from a relative. I wish I could pull it out and show you, but it's too heavy. It's like super huge. The sake is like this huge bottle, this big wine bottle. Japanese wine. I have to catch up with chat. You guys are so fast. Number 1 says, I only drink occasionally now, but when I was younger, I was wild and free. I think when you're young, that's the best time to learn. Not when you're older. Your health becomes more delicate when you're older. I think if you're young, your heart can handle it. Also, if you get super drunk, you need to learn how to cope with, like, you know, vomiting. And also, I highly recommend only going out drinking with people you trust. You don't want anybody taking advantage of you when you're feeling, you know, wild and free. Also, someone to remind you and ground you. That is so important too. You need somebody there to kind of be the chaperone. You gotta have at least 1 or 2 people that aren't drinking, that you trust with your life. You know what I mean? After 3 drinks and they know you're gonna, like, you know, run outside of the restaurant and go around and, like, you know, talking up to strangers. You want to make sure they're aware of, like, your habits, too. I feel like everybody has habits when they drink. Oh my goodness! It says, number 1, I used to always drink and drive every day and never had an accident or was pulled over, but I did run over a fence in front of someone's house and I kept driving like nothing happened. Oh my gosh! Well, it's good that you don't have, like, your personal name or anything on your, you know, out there. Like, your username is nothing, like, to identify you. Oh my gosh! Wow, well, I'm happy you're alive and that, you know, was the fence and not like a cow, a horse, or like a deer or a person. Wow, that's kind of impressive. Evie says, I fell asleep! Oh, that's good! That means I'm soothing. Ah. That's a compliment to me. If you guys fall asleep while we're on live stream, that's a big compliment. That means I could probably do ASMR. Number 1 says, I did a lot of nutty things when I was younger. I thought you were gonna say naughty things. Wild and free. Can you imagine what it's like to be amongst other content creators and you're all drinking, but off camera? Oh my gosh. I'm sure there's like the honor, what is it? There's the honor system. Never repeat anything that's conversed off screen, on screen. There has to be an honor system when it comes to content creators, you know, hanging out, relaxing behind the scenes, when they're not streaming, when they're not making content, when they're just a human being with a life and feelings. I bet they do. I'm sure they have, like, don't repeat what we say off screen, on screen. Gotta make sure that person you're talking to, confessing things to, is like tight lips. You know what I mean? Some tight lips. Yeah, I bet they do. That sounds kind of cool. They're like, when I'm just a person and not an online celebrity, when all my actions and things I say isn't pointed against me, I bet that's quite freeing. I'm sure when you're like, you're not being a face, a regular kind of streamer, content creator, where you have your identity is your face. Like, that's, you know, pretty straightforward and simple. So I can only imagine the social pressure that that kind of content creator will have. Some people do some crazy things on the internet. So it's also about having the right friend group that you trust. That you trust with, like, your personal info, that they don't go around. Because there are some VTubers that had, like, their personal private information doxing with their moderators. I'm sure you guys all know that famous one. Muujin covered it too. So did 𝑣𝒆 That happens. Yeah, so it's also not just, like, people you hang out with, but also people, like, you hire. Video editors. I think there was one video editor story where they never uploaded on time or got back to the streamer about their video VODs because they were actually having a fun time with that, you know, with watching them, if that makes sense. They were, what is it? The sun was always rising for that editor. I forgot which content creator it was. It went viral too. Where the content creator was like, hey guys, I found out recently why my videos don't get uploaded, you know, or like the VODs, I don't get in touch with the video editor on time, why everything's always late. It's because the sun was always rising. They were like attracted to the content creator, and so they couldn't help but have a little bit too much fun behind the scenes with editing. And that's why it... If you get my drift. Number 1 says LOL. True, when you're alone, you can say whatever and not worry and care. Yes. Is that what you mean by anon? Anon? Or you mean anonymous? Got it. When you're anonymous, you don't have to worry and care. That's why I like being faceless. So I can still have a life and a job outside of VTubing. VTubing sphere, people can be... How should I put it? They say and do whatever, right? There's been a lot of scandals. I can't, you know, I can't look away or past that. I think it's easy to get too comfortable and to think that you can abuse your power. There have been some faceless content creators that have done that with their audiences. And I think there should be a firm, drawn line of respect you have for your community and not to take advantage of that trust you end up developing. But I think some people I don't know, maybe they're going through something in their life and they get kind of, you know, not even to excuse their behavior. I've heard of all sorts of stuff. I think when you become a content creator, it's easy to get too comfortable and, you know, maybe even too experimental with what you say or do. It's always good to be conscious. You know, people who need positive vibes, the world is already ugly as it can be. There's so much going on right now. People just want to escape for a bit. And that's what content work is, content creation. It's more about just relaxing, chatting, being goofy. And of course discussing, you know, important topics, relatable topics, sharing experiences, and, you know, helping each other along the way. And I think that's what everybody starts off kind of as a goal as a content creator. But they get lost in the content grind. It's easy to neglect your health, your mental health, especially your mental health. Always do stuff offline. Sometimes all I do is prep work, like illustrating. I did a comic recently for our channel. That was my weekly art this week with the Grudge, or ring. Some people know it as the Grudge. The girl who comes out at the TV screen. There's the American version, and then you have the JP Japan version. The Japanese version of Ringu, like the Grudge, it's so much more... I don't know, like... almost more... it humanizes Ringu more. Like the Grudge, like she feels more human compared to the Grudge movie, where it feels like an entity. Because you get to know and figure out what it really was, like a curse or some sort of like a curse on the family, so to speak, or possession. Some sort of unknown evil. 𝑣𝑗𝑽! I used to cosplay and makeup as a disguise. That's sick. Did you guys ever hear about the TikTokers that end up committing crimes and stuff like that? There was a cosplayer who ended up murdering their own friend on accident because they were playing with a weapon, thinking that it wasn't loaded. That one's very famous. I can't remember the name. I can only remember the situation generically, but it was talked about for a while. Crazy. Do not play with weapons like toys. It's different if it's a prop and it's obviously not real. And I think they were drinking too in that situation. So it's easy for anybody when they're drinking to do something they'd regret. I don't know if they're in prison already or if they still are awaiting trial. It says, 𝑣𝑗𝑽! Wait, it says Dark Buddy, I haven't seen the Japanese one. It's so good. I actually cried. I cried watching Ringu. RNGU. So this young woman, here's a synopsis, because we can't react to it, because, you know, copyright. Rightfully so. Don't want to go to prison for watching a movie. So Ringu's about this young girl. We'll call her Yuki, because I can't remember her actual name. Probably Yuki or Yumi? I can't remember. So we'll say Yuki. So Yuki is an actress. And so she's in the theater performing arts. But the director, he's getting very flirtatious with Yuki. But she's also widely known for having her I guess they call it, she zones out and she forgets where she's going or where she is. Almost like a dizzy spell. And she goes through these weird dizzy faint spells where she's in and out of reality, like someone takes over her body. So she develops a relationship with the director for this play. And she's actually the understudy, so she's filling in for somebody else who has a horrible accident. But she's falling in love with one of the backstage, like the guy who handles the lights. What do you call it? The backstage lights person? We'll call him 𝑗𝐴. So 𝑗𝐴, Yuki's falling in love with 𝑗𝐴, but she has this weird relationship with the director, where the director kind of pushes himself on her a bit, but she has a hard time telling him no kind of situation. So her family has this well, and this well has kind of tied to her dizzy spells, her faint spells, where she, like, you know, loses track of reality. And her mom also had a weird, they called it like a health condition. So the family's oddly gifted. So they have these cool abilities in the movie Ringu. It's about a young gifted girl who can heal people, but she can also kill people too, or cause accidents to happen. But it's also about a spirit who's tied to her, who had a misfortunate death down the well, who's like oddly placed by the house that she grew up in. Like right outside the window is the well that's covered. And so for some reason, like the spirit kind of like tied itself to Yuki. It's like a reincarnation. The original woman who had a devastatingly horrible death related to the well got reincarnated as Yuki. So it's like a reincarnation kind of theory. I can't remember all the specifications. I just remember that people started to die related to Yuki. When people started discovering, like a reporter discovered that she was tied to all these other deaths. And the father kept trying to hide it. And the mom had passed away due to her illness. Quotation illness. Where like the spirit took the mom. Trying to protect the daughter. Whoa! Evie says, besides content creators, should be careful not to make people uncomfortable like politics or a certain cult ideologies, which drives them away on social media. I think people... Yeah, talking about politics isn't fun. I think that's better offline. Because you don't know who you're going to offend. And you don't want to make... What is it called? It's one thing to talk about horror movies and another thing to talk about... Yeah, it's just... That's a driving factor. There are 3 things that you should be hesitant or should not talk about in, like, conversations. Whether it be at work, at school. You don't want someone to beat you up because you have a different belief, right? So religion, politics, and what else? Those are the 2 of the 3. This is what I was told as a child. They were like, Sprinkles, you don't talk about these 3 conversation topics. Religion, politics, and something else I can't remember. There are 3 things I was told as a kid. That you just stay away from these topics, especially with adults. Because you're a kid, so you don't know any better. So you ask questions, right? Well, my parents were like, nah, we're gonna tell you what questions you shouldn't ask. Like genre specifications. Or I guess general genre specifications. Same goes for social media. You don't want to be known for your view on politics. Unless that's what content you want to make. Yeah, politics and religion drives people away from romance too. If you guys don't have the same perspective and those 2 aspects in a relationship, like dating, then you just don't mix well. And that's okay. But I feel like that should be safe for dating. But yeah, just be careful. It's easy to get comfortable. You don't want someone to jump you or beat you up because you said something, you know what I mean? And that's why I was told not to. Of course, kids, they open their mouths and they say whatever, but I think those were the 2. 2 of the 3. I can't remember the 3rd one. I can let you guys guess what the 3rd one was, but I can't remember. It's like, don't talk about these 3 topics because you could end up being bullied, harassed in school. And I know you want to be brave and be comfortable with people, but it's just not the setting socially. It's not socially acceptable for people to do that. It's weird. Number 1 says... It's been so long, but I've had more backstory. I like it much better than the Western version, besides content creators. Oh yeah, Ringu? I love Ringu. Wait, is it about the... It's been a long time, but it had more backstory. Yes, it did. Ringu had a lot more backstory than the Americanized version. The Americanized version was kind of like jump scares and like, oh no, the demonic girl comes out of the TV. Ah! But I feel like it humanized her character. It explained her interest, her wants, her needs. It's a very devastating end though. It's sad. She kills the man she loves. Yeah, I think they're in college too. They're like college students. So that's why her and the director were having a relationship. But it was weird because it felt like the director was pushing it on her, but she didn't know how to, like, say no. Because he was abusing his power over his actors and actresses. And everybody knew it. So the director ended up making Yuki the main star of the show. Or she plays the main lead, even though she was considered the understudy. Because he took a weird fascination with her. Think of Hitomi. If you guys ever read Ito Junji's manga, if you ever like read his manga, his horror manga, There's a girl named Hitomi, I think. Hitomoe? Some people say Hitomoe. Hitomi? And she fascinates men. But she also terrifies them. And they end up backstabbing her. So Hitomi is a series about this beautiful woman. Or girl. I guess girl, because she's like, you know, a teenager. Where she tragically always meets her end at the hands of a man. Where they grow obsessed over her. They grow so obsessed over her, they kill her. Because they, like, for some reason, they're, like, bound to eventually betray her. They're like, I don't want anybody else to have you. They get so jealous or possessive, and they end up killing her anyway. And it's not like she's explicitly doing anything. Maybe just being very sensual. And very hypnotic kind of character. And that's what Ringu reminded me of. She reminded me of Hitome from Ito Junji. Where she kind of, oddly enough, attracts men. And they, you know, become obsessed with her. The director became obsessed, where he didn't want to share her with anybody else. But the spirit attached to Yuki, I keep calling her Yuki because I can't remember the character's name. The spirit... Yuki is the reincarnation of the demon that lives in the well. The spirit wasn't always a demon. It was just an ordinary woman who suffered at the hands of a man. A tragic fate. But yeah. Number 1 says, yeah, never talk about Naruto. It always leads to fighting like politics. Oh my gosh, are you for real? Oh my goodness. Never talk about Naruto. Okay, guys, I'm almost done with this bowl here. I really wish I had a spoon. I want to use my hands, but I'm trying to stay clean. We still have to boil them. I have to freeze a bunch of these. It says dark, but it says folk horror has always been things that thrive from Japan. It adds a lot of more context to whatever story. It does. Like, I feel like The Ring, it did not go into the spirit. It didn't go into the tragedy, the love story, the tragic love story. And I think that's a big part of Ringu. Tragic love. The never-ending fate of, like, suffering. And she really tried, guys. Yuki tried to be good. She tried to control her feelings. The spirit lived off of Yuki's emotional, like, intensity. If Yuki felt threatened, the spirit got powerful. If Yuki was sad, the spirit would take revenge. If Yuki was bullied, the spirit would do some, like, really horrible stuff, like kill people. And it's not that it was Yuki. The spirit was attached to Yuki, and the spirit abused its powers and used Yuki as an excuse, it felt. And it made you believe that it was Yuki's fault, but in fact, it was like this weird entity that had its grasp on her. What? Wait, Emmanuel says hello. How are you? Hi. We're making dumplings. I'm making a bunch of bonnet dumplings because they look fancy. That's the only one that I feel like I'm mastering. I need to check chat using YouTube. But I can't because my hands are full. Got it! It says, oh my goodness, chat is updating. It says, Evie, I followed an artist on Blue Sky, which is the person is talking about the political feed. And clout and political feed. It's not because of his hobbies or his viewers. Yeah, never talk about Naruto. I'm sorry, I'm catching up, guys. I'm using my tablet. Sorry. Because I would touch my computer screen because I have to like scroll to see the chat box on the computer, but on the tablet it gives me more room for the screen to actually view it. Yeah, some people just get that comfortable. I think stick to entertainment is my goal. I can't speak for other people. If they feel comfortable, if that's what they want to do, you can't really say much. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure people are saying stuff in response. Whether they agree, don't agree, meh, nah, yeah, you know what I mean? I am cooking, Emmanuel. You are correct. So this is a dumpling. This is wonton. Yeah, yes. Wonton. This right here, did it beforehand, so this is pre-cooked. These will take about... I'm almost done. I think I'm gonna use the whole package here. This took 2 hours to prep, and now it's taking almost 3 hours to... I have to eat this still. It's so late, and I'm kind of hungry, but... You know, it's late. And I still have the festival tomorrow. I stayed up late for Halloween. We were up late passing out candy. I have a crick in my neck trying to stare at the chat. You guys are so entertaining. I love what you have to say. I'm glad you guys feel comfortable sharing what you think and how you feel. And all I have to say is... what your perception is valid, especially when it comes to content, because you're the audience, or even a lot of you are content creators too. I think when you become a content creator, you have to be more cautious about what you say and what you do, because you have little baby ducklings following behind you who are following you by example. So even though I'm talking to adults, you know, teenagers, kids get a hold of everything. Oh my goodness. If kids can get a hold of your phone, they can get a hold of videos on YouTube. Like, it's bound to be. I'm 18 plus, but I wouldn't be surprised. And remember, never give out your age, ever. I've had to ban some people from chatting permanently because they gave off their age. Even if it was joking, never, ever. Unless you're an adult and you're like, you know, over the age of like 18, then you know what? It's really up to you. But anything other than that, well... still be careful, because there are predators out there, and I'm not gonna become a place for that ever. I'll be like, ban, ban, bam, bam, bam. We're not gonna have that kind of community here. Yeah, you gotta snip the bud while it's young. I'm like, we're not doing that. We're not gonna encourage that behavior. And I think that's how you can avoid it. If you guys are afraid of ever attracting people, you can only do so much as a content creator. Same goes for Discord. Just monitor and, you know, let me know if anything weird goes on. Okay, guys, speak out and let me know. If anybody's acting, like, really weird and creepy, let me know, and then I'll investigate, and then I'll make my choice and final decision, and then I'll place judgment. Because it's your community. Yeah, you always think things through. Don't act brash. You know, consider, you know, what's going on. Yeah. You want to protect your buddies. You want to protect your community from people who want to, like, be predators online. You know, adults can prey on other adults. It's an actual thing. Yeah, you need to be careful. Don't get taken advantage of emotionally or physically by somebody, especially if it's not consensual. Because that's how it starts. You're like, oh, we're bonding about this content creator. And then, absentmindedly, this other person may be, like, having other plots and plans. I haven't heard of a content creator being murdered in that kind of situation. Have you guys? I've heard of people, like, in situations of, like, the TikTok murderer. But, you know, when I listened to the story, it explained much more. It wasn't intentional, but intentional. They didn't know it was loaded. They didn't know it was a loaded gun. And they thought it was funny. And they were all drinking. Super tipsy, whatever. Drunk. And in that drunken stupor, they made that choice. Honestly, to me... there shouldn't have been a weapon in the first place. Like, period. But there was one. I don't think... Never play with weapons, especially if you're drunk. That's just my rule. Never. I don't care if it's a plastic sword. I don't care if it's a spoon or a fork. Spoons and forks are deadly weapons. Have you seen the way they interact with food before they go into your mouth? Deadly weapons. Fork is deadly. Spoons are deadly. There's a book called 100 Ways to Kill with a Spoon. Go check it out. I think that's what it's called. 100 Ways to Kill with a Spoon. There's a book out there somewhere. If not 100, it's like how to use a spoon? Horrifying. For example, scooping ice cream with your spoon, but not scooping ice cream. Horrifying. Intriguing, but horrifying. Makes you really consider the essence of a spoon. Could be your best friend, or could be your nemesis. Yeah, be very careful. Especially Legos. Jesus Christ. When Legos are used as weapons. Wooden blocks. As a kid, I had a situation with AI sister. We were fighting over blocks. And yeah, don't throw it at each other. These were wooden blocks. Like, these were antique wooden blocks. It hurt. I bled. True story. And they apologized, and I'm okay. I'm still here. Yeah. Jesus. I feel like kids are prone to accidents. You can prepare as a parent all you want. But looking back in childhood, man. I mean, I broke my wrist. I fell down a hill. I broke my wrist. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I rolled down a hill. Like, I literally rolled. I fell. And a bunch of kids fell on top of me. And then I broke this wrist. This is the wrist I broke. So if you look closely... I think this is a really bad angle. If you look closely, this wrist is smaller than my right one. Because I broke it all those years ago. Because I broke my wrist, I stopped playing piano. I was a pianist. And then I stopped because I broke it and I couldn't play anymore. Yeah, it sounds like an anime, but it's not. It's real life. It's my life. It's like, she broke her wrist as a child. She stopped being a pianist. She was really going for her goals as a pianist, as a performing artist. But it all stopped because she broke her wrist. Years later, she goes back into becoming a pianist. It sounds like the start of an anime. She rediscovers the love and bliss and emotional value of playing piano. Re-embraces her confidence and explores new avenues of creativity. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, it just might become reality. We'll see! 𝐿𝐴 says true. The Lego. Yeah, Legos are deadly. I mean, you can choke on a Lego, trip on a Lego, injure yourself on a Lego, bleed from a Lego. Deadly. Lego. I mean, they seem fun and everything, but imagine, like, having a bunch of Lego collection. You just trip one day and all of it starts crashing down, and then you're just, like, suffocating under Legos. Scary. That sounds like a nightmare. Sounds like an anxiety nightmare. It's like, oh my gosh, I have too many Legos. They have really cool ones, like airplanes. You have, like, mummy Lego set. One of my cousins, my older cousins, he had the whole Lego set. He was obsessed with it. And he was the only child, so his parents were like, yeah, why not? Why not buy him the Lego set? Crazy. I really wanted his mummy one. They ended up having a yard sale, and I forgot about coming back for it. And it never happened. My AI parents were like, no, Sprinkles, you have enough Legos. I'm like, I really want this one. It was a giant mummy coffin, and inside was Legos for that mummy series. Pretty epic. Toys were epic back then. You guys should see the dumplings! The Brown Wolf says, my feast are my potato mashers. 𝐿𝐴 says, spooky Legos. Brown Dwarf says, a spud cower in the dirt fear of my mashing. Mash potatoes. We are out of filling. This is my last one. I used a whole pack. How many did we make? I'm reading it, but about 17 per serving. I don't know how many were in here. You guys, we made so many dumplings. They're going in the freezer. I'm not wasting any of this. I worked so hard. I put 2 hours of suffering and love into this filler. It's not going to waste. That's right, filler. You're going in my belly. You're gonna be eaten. Ah, you can do this. That's right. The challenge. Use a knife to fill your dumplings. Challenge accepted. Don't know why. I forgot a spoon, but I did. And then I was, like, too concentrated on filling in the dumplings to go back for a spoon. I did. That's right, buddies. Challenge yourself, but yeah, don't challenge yourself. This is dangerous. You could injure yourself. Don't do what I'm doing. This is reckless behavior. This is reckless behavior in the kitchen. Well, I guess bedroom, because I'm cooking out of my bedroom. AI father came in here a moment ago and was like, what's that smell? And I was like, it's the dumplings. It's the pork, rice, wine, garlic, ginger, onion, scallion dumplings. And AI father made a face and just started laughing. And I'm like, it's the dumplings! Because he's trying to figure out what the smell is. Because I hardly ever make dumplings. We hardly ever have any. This is a miracle. Oh, this is a miracle. Miracle. Yes. We hardly have dumplings. This is a privilege, guys. If you can make dumplings at home, privilege. Privilege, little baby. Ah, it didn't take too long. Well, we're done now. It's already 10:28. It's been like 2 hours and a half of dumpling. All right, guys, we're gonna boil now. We are done with this. I gotta put up some stuff now because this is a mess. This is like a mess. I brought this one out. This is what I use. Wonton wrappers. If you were curious about what I use, it's backwards. I'm sorry, it's backwards. But it's supposed to say wonton dumplings. I gotta put that in the fridge. I gotta throw this one away. It also has other recipes too. That's crazy. It's backwards. It's another language. Whoa! Number 1 says now all the children at the orphanage will have something to eat for tomorrow. Oh my gosh! Look, guys, the dumplings! The bowl is so heavy, it must go. Look, guys! Look at all our dumplings! This is what we created together. My hands are full of powder. They're super pink. I changed out the filter for the camera, but it's still pink. I guess I am secretly just pink. Look at all our dumplings! Now I need to package them to be put in the kitchen, in the freezer. Put away the knife. I need something to wrap them in. Alright, time to get experimental! Alright, guys, I'm gonna use this wrapper, and I'm gonna wrap them. I'm gonna wrap the ones I don't need right now. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I need an actual bowl container, but I'm just gonna get experimental. Okay, I'm gonna set a few of these dumplings aside. I'm gonna set the pretty ones aside. The ones I think that are actually gonna hold, but may not hold, but we'll see. I'm gonna cook 5 dumplings. I don't know how many we have, but we have a lot. I'm very proud. My first time making wontons. I'm probably saying it incorrectly. Please correct me. Please educate me. Please teach me. Please be my wise wizard. We're gonna also eat this one. This one's unique. I don't know what kind of shape this is. I'll let you focus and hyperfixate on it. I don't know what kind that is. But I really love these. These are cute. That was the easiest one for me. Then there's this one. Don't know what this one is, but it's going in. And I don't think it's gonna hold, but we'll see. I mastered the beautiful bonnet. Or is this the goldfish? This might be the goldfish because it has a tail. Is this the goldfish? Wrap them in love! Pink lady, says Brown Dwarf. Number 1 says nice. Petey Hobbit buddy, we are the voices in your head. Am I the voice in your head? Dun 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 dun. What if I am your narrator? I'm your conscious now. Buddies, be careful. Be brave, buddies. Alright, I'm setting these aside, and the rest of these on the plate are going in the fridge. I don't trust myself dropping them. I guess we'll take a few more. I guess we'll take a few more dumplings. Will they fit in the pot? Maybe. We'll take a few extra dumplings. Okay, that's enough. I have too many dumplings. Okay, so... I ripped it open like a savage because why not? And... wrap them in love. If I can get... I'm trying to reuse the wrapper here, but it's too small. It's too small. I'm gonna probably wrap this better because this is like a poor wrapping. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm gonna try to wrap these so they don't fall. But these are going in the freezer. I have to put them in a different package when I make it to the kitchen. We're gonna take a break. I want to turn on the boiler, but I'm scared to. So I'm gonna take the bowl away. It's big bowl. And I'm gonna set the pot up. Now we're gonna cook our dumplings, but not these. We're gonna cook the ones I set aside. So we're gonna cook these little babies. I have... how many? Can I fit all of them in my hand? So we made these together. And we chatted about pretty much everything. We talk about live content creation. We talked about horror movies. We talk about how like certain movies do a better take on a story than others. And that's okay. So these are the ones we're cooking. We're cooking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna cook 8 dumplings. Setting them aside. We're still gonna make soup dumplings, but we needed the dumplings because you can't have soup dumplings without the dumplings. Alright guys, I'm gonna be right back. Take your potty break. This shouldn't take very long. 5 minutes to cook them. 5 minutes to cook dumplings. Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Gotta clean up. I'm gonna put the animation break maybe. Oh, that's okay. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do the BRB screen animation. Don't be naughty. Don't be stinky naughty. I'll be right back, okay? Right. So this is the burner. This is called a portable... I can touch it. It's not on yet. This is a portable... portable... I gotta read the box. Do I have stage fright? Is that what this is? This is stage fright? Anyway, this is to prevent the heat from resonating so much with this. I think this will work. I think. Yes, it will protect my table because the last time it sort of melted a little bit. Alright, are you ready? We're gonna be boiling the water now. Okay, now it's boiling. I think. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm intimidated. So once this starts to boil, we're gonna put some toasted sesame oil. I gotta flip this back. Let's see. Go to cam. Go to hand cam. Go to properties. Transform. Oh, I can't do anything. Okay. Oh, wrong one. There it is. That was chat. Hand cam. Transform. Oh, I can't do anything with this one either. Let's see. Transform. Oh my god, I'm scared. I hate the noise it's making. I'm scared, guys. This scares me. I don't like the hot skillet. I mean, not hot skillet. I don't like this thing. It's called, Number one says, hello! How's the dumplings going? Hi! Put the spotlight on her now! I'm scared. I don't like this. I don't like the hot plate. I don't like it. Makes me nervous. I'm gonna put some sesame oil in here so the dumplings don't stick to the bottom. It does make me nervous. PD Hobbit says, I used to get that in drama class. Which kind of... Oh, stage fright is a thing, man. Yeah, I have some sesame oil. The spotlight on the sesame oil. Toasted sesame oil. So it doesn't stick to the pot. Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous. I don't like hot plates. It says, Brown Dwarf says, if you had a kettle, you can speed run the boiling. Yeah, if I had a kettle, I could have boiled the water. But the good thing is, we have water in here. I'm gonna pour out the water and, well, not pour it out. I have a rag, so we should be good. So this is the easy dumpling soup we're gonna be doing. This is the ingredients before it gets too hot. This is our easy dumpling soup. But to do the dumpling soup, we need some wontons. Or you can do regular dumplings. It really depends on your taste. How much you're craving. So we're gonna do the soup. I might as well start chopping. I'm gonna put our dumplings in our bowl now that it's dry. Nice and dry. If it was wet, then it would get stuck to the ceramic bowl. And that would be a no-go. That would be so bad. Now the other dumplings are in the freezer, where I'm going to be cooking with them as time goes on. But these are our dumplings right here. The rest assured, they're still here. They're going to be put aside. Maybe like... Yeah, let me put way over here. The camera, for some reason, is really close than usual. I tried repositioning it where it was last time. So we're going to boil the dumplings first. Oh, I need a timer. Let's see. I can touch stuff now. Okay, it says, Emmanuel, Poe from Kung Fu Panda used to eat dumplings, you know. He did. He loves his food. Number one says fire. No. Like you're summoning something with emojis. Can I fix my camera? Okay, that's better. That is so much better. It says, Brown Dwarf, your dumplings won't stick, especially if you just move them around sometimes. It says if they're too heavy to move around in the boiling. Number one says, yum, soup. Are you guys hungry? This is like our midnight snack. I don't condone midnight snacking. And this is our chicken bouillon. Yeah, for caldo. Caldo de pollo. Caldo con sabor al pollo. I should start chopping up stuff. Oh my gosh, it's getting really hot. I had to move stuff away from it because I got, you know, move technology away from it. It's away from... Yeah, this is supposed to protect this right here. It should help. This should help protect it. I think. I think this will work. I don't even know what this is. Granite? Something? I think it's so hot. Brown Dwarf's number 1 says, we can keep time for you. I have a heartburn for pizza. Oh, you have heartburn for pizza? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We can have coffee time. I wish I had some elevator music that'd go perfect with this scenario. Some Wii music? Let me get some Wii music. Ba-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Dun dun dun. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Copyright free. Weird music. You must be boiled, says 𝐷𝗀𝗄𝑻. No. I'm sorry. Number 1, you Wii music. That will help. Wii music. Brown Dwarf says, you'll be fine. I used to do that all the time for cookery in my dorm room on my desk. You're so brave. I'm such a wiener. I'm such a big baby wiener. I'm afraid of everything. Oh no, a skillet. I hate when it boils and pops from bacon. You guys ever, you know, do bacon on a skillet? It's dangerous. That's the most dangerous thing you could do on the stove. But yeah, want some Wii music? LOL says, number 1. 𝑃𝐷𝐻𝐵𝑖𝑡 says, I must boil? What did I do? It's the witch hunt. We're having witch trials. We must be boiled. Do you think the Wii music is copyrighted? I know Animal Crossing isn't. I really want to play the Wii music, but I'm scared we'll get copyright striked. Emmanuel says, skadoosh. Oh my goodness. No! If everything exploded. Do I have this exploding sound effect? Skadoosh. These are my sound effects.
Awesome!
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Number 1 says, when bacon explodes, I hate that. I hate when it starts popping in my face. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get scars. Do you think I can find copyright free? It says, feel free Twitch save. Nintendo music. I want Wii music. I want the Wii music. I do! 𝑃𝐷𝐻𝐵𝑖𝑡 says, sprinkle the weenie? Yeah, that kind of checks out. I am a big weenie. They say opposites attract, so what do you think I'd be attracting if it was like the love of my life? You know, I've been looking at horoscopes lately. Since we're waiting here, I've been looking at horoscopes. Do you think horoscopes and astrology are on point when it comes to personality and romance? Or do you think that's just for gags and laughs? Brown Dwarf says, I got kicked out of school for it, but I yelled at admin like an elder Karen until they took it back. Oh my gosh. Did you ever get your portable plate back? 𝑃𝐷𝐻𝐵𝑖𝑡, oh wait. Says 𝑃𝐷𝐻𝐵𝑖𝑡, use paper plates for oil popping. Another genius. Paper plates for oil popping. Oh, you put it over it? Number 1 says, bacon face scares me, makes you look tough. No! I don't want to have bacon face. Bacon grease face. Bacon grease pop in my face, totally not a thing I'd want to do. Do you guys think being given a paper cut is the worst thing compared to being like having bacon grease popped in your face when you're cooking? I feel like it's like attacking back or retaliating. Oh. Should I increase the heat? I have it on medium. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, so we're gonna play some Wii music to calm down. Wii music, no copyright. You promise? But what if the Wii music is copyrighted? Let me check it out. Is Wii music copyrighted? Is Wii music copyrighted? Copyright free. Is Wii music free to use? It says protected by copyright and cannot find anything to suggest right. Okay, it's not. Well, now. Well, I guess not. Scarface is #1. PD Hobbits is that group on... Oh, I grew up as a Christian. We weren't allowed to do horoscopes. Plus, I think they're kind of dumb. You think they're dumb? I don't know. I'm just kind of interested. My horoscope didn't say anything about love, sadly. I'm stretching now. Oh. Brown Dwarf says... Wait, what? Garslane! Did you know that in Japan, people often use blood types instead of horoscopes, and they have specific characteristics associated with each type? You guys, we're gonna do a horoscope now. We're gonna do a horoscope every way, okay? We're gonna do horoscopes! That's what we're doing. Prepare thyself! We're gonna do horoscope, but blood type. You guys, I'm like O positive. Blood type. A positive. Personality traits. South Korea. Yeah. I know South Korea does that. Date by your blood type. Okay, so what's the personality of blood type O in Korea? South Korea! Popular stereotypes associate people with type O blood with being confident and sociable, occasionally perceived as overly passionate. Yeah, that's me. I'm passionate. I'm gonna flip my hair behind my shoulder. I'm passionate, guys. Very passionate. Wait, what was it even again? Oh, yeah. Outgoing, go-getters, and daring. What about romance? Oh my. It says, PD House says, NM God. Alif! Hello, Alif! What's cooking today, Chief? Oh, we're gonna cook dumplings. #1 says, I had a horoscope reading from a witch and it all came true. Whoa, really? Was it a good thing or a bad thing? Emmanuel says, I don't like horrors. #1 says it was scary. Brown Dwarf says, and I don't recall if I ever got my gear back. I had lots of stuff. I was deep frying and griddling and making candies. That was the horoscope? Yes, oil pops was the proof that naked chiefing is not... What? Naked chiefing is not sexy. That's why it's naked plus apron. Don't forget the apron. What? What are you guys talking about? I was going by what Garslane said about blood types. Oh my gosh. PD Hobbit says, yep, very dumb as predicted. You guys are bad. Oh my gosh. What's your blood type, guys? Garslane, are you O positive? I promise I'm not a vampire. I'm not gonna go drinking people's blood. I promise. What is this selfish blood type? According to this blog, Times of India... .indiatimes.com, people with B blood type are thoughtful and empathetic towards others and make good, reliable friends. These people also face a lot of wait, what? They also face a lot of discrimination because of their negative personality traits, such as selfishness and being uncooperative at times. That's just stubbornness, and I got it. Alif says, dumplings? It's hard to make the shape. I'm as Chinese, Indonesian. I envy you. Do you like my dumplings? Hopefully you guys like them. I guess I'll pick one up for you. So this is in the palm of my hand. I tried. They called this the bonnet. Sorry, it's really bad. Like, my camera sucks. My camera sucks. Sounds like I'm saying socks. Look at his booty cheeks! I like his little booty cheeks! It's funny. Little baby chickas. I tried! I looked up video after video after video after video. Chickas! The little baby dumpling chickas! I like it. Then here's my failed attempt. Don't feel bad. Here's my failed attempt. Oh, I'm sorry. This is like really bad. My camera. Baby dumpling, Garslane says 12 out of 10. Number 1 says negative. Your blood type's negative? Alif says my blood type was microwave. What? Number 1 says I have the rarest blood type. Is it O negative? Alif says it's cool, but it kind of looks like a dim sum, I think. Oh. I was trying to make... Oh, my hands are getting powdery again. I was trying to make, what is it called? It's goodness, hold on. I can't believe I forgot. Dumpling, oh my goodness. Google! I can't believe I forgot. Tongwang. Tongwang? Dumpling. Yeah, Tongwang? Yes! Wonton! Sorry, I switched it. Wonton. A type of Chinese dumpling typically filled with meat or seafood. So this dumpling we made here is from pork and shrimp. This is typically filled with or served in soup with a thinner wrapper compared to standard dumpling. Tongwang is a transliteration of Cantonese word for wonton, which is wonton. Wonton. Forgive me, I'm butchering! It says origin, Chinese cuisine, particularly popular in Cantonese cooking. Filling, commonly filled with ground pork or shrimp. This one is shrimp and pork, but baby tiny shrimp. The shrimp were very tiny. It says sometimes with added vegetables. I had ginger. I added onion. This is what I added. Onion. So big. Onion. Look, the baby butt. The butt of the onion. Little baby roots. All things have a butt. Let's see. Garlic. Did I add? Yeah, let's see. Ginger. We're gonna cut ginger soon, by the way. And then we have carrot. This is for the soup. We're gonna make dumpling soup, my carrots. This is you guys. Ooh. Then we have I added sesame seeds. This was inside of the dumpling filling, sesame seeds. And then we have soy sauce. It's pretty heavy. Is it heavy? No. I gotta make sure it's close. We have soy sauce. And it's supposed to be low in sodium. I was trying to find the lowest sodium one, because too much sodium is, too much sodium. Then we have toasted sesame oil. Now, those are all the ingredients inside of the dumpling, the filling. But it took me 2 hours. The pork is tenderloin. Pork tenderloin. Let's see. Where can I look up the history of wonton? Pork and shrimp ponds. Origins of Wang is the Chinese word for king. Oh! Like king? Hold on. Okay. So what about Tong? If Wang is for king, then what is Tong? Tom. The biggest difference between these two are how they're cooked. Pot stickers and dumplings. Pot stickers are always dumplings. Not all dumplings are pot stickers. The biggest difference between the two are how they're cooked, but the cooking method has also changed the kinds of ingredients and preparations of both pot stickers and dumplings over time. Pot stickers are dumplings that are also pan-fried. Oh, are wontons healthy? Consuming fried or steamed wontons is not likely to impart any significant health benefits. The foods does provide energy in the form of carbohydrates and fat. If meat, poultry, or seafood is added, you also get a small benefit from protein, which helps build and maintain muscle mass by 𝑣TUBERS.com. Let's see. Wang. Wang means king in Cantonese. Represented by the simplified character, the name itself king. Across Asia, the name can appear and sound different depending on the dialect. In Cantonese and Hakka, Wang becomes Wong, while in Hokkien is spelled as Ong. Ooh. How do you say Wang? Let's see. Oh. What is a Wang? What is An Wang famous for? I guess it's a person? 𝒏𝒆𝒅.mit.edu. An Wang was a prominent Chinese-American computer engineer and inventor who invented the magnetic pulse transfer controlling device. This device made magnetic core memory possible and the development of computers. Wang was born on February 7, 1920, in Shanghai, China, and the oldest of 5 children. I don't know why, but it pulled this up when I put Tong Wang. It pulled up An Wang, who's famous for as the computer engineer. Cool. What is the difference between wontons and ragoon? Crab ragoon is a type of fried wonton, so they are really very similar. The difference is all in the filling. The traditional wontons are not ever filled with cream cheese, which is one of the main components in crab ragoon recipes. Wonton wrappers or skins are thin sheets of raw dough traditionally used to make Asian dumplings. I'm just reading fun facts. Elif says try to fry the dumplings and eat with peanut sauce. It's delicious. We're gonna be doing dumpling soup. I'll try that next time. PD Hobbit says makes sense. The Chinese crown looks like the dumplings you just made. Sorry, we just made. Oh, that's okay. Oh, we made it together, yes. Brown Dwarf says she is a hobbit. Huh? I'm a hobbit? Emmanuel says you cook very well. Oh, you're sweet. It's boiling now. We're gonna be putting them in soon. I have this prepared so I don't have to directly put my hand. Alright, I'm gonna start putting them in, okay? You're right, they do look like crowns. Okay, we're gonna do 3 at a time. I'm nervous. There goes the steam. Are you guys ready for your steam bath? Okay, guys, I have to make sure I mix it around. I'm so sorry, it's so steamy in here. It's getting hot in here. So put some wontons inside of the boiling here. It's actually, so take off all your clothes. That's really how the song goes. It's getting hot in here. Getting so steamy. So wait, I gotta time it for 5 minutes. Someone put a timer. Timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Google. 5 minutes. Okay, timer activated. You gotta mix it around like you guys said. I gotta be very careful with our babies. These are our baby dumplings. They deserve love and kindness. Whoa, let's see. There they go! Dark Buddy says wontons have probably been around for thousands of years. Alif says, let's see. It says use chopsticks instead! Ah! Okay, I gotta go grab chopsticks. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab chopsticks, but I really shouldn't leave this unattended. Garslane says, got you. What does that mean? Careful with the camera. My goodness. What do you mean, got me? Doesn't show my reflectant, hey? Are you saying it showed my reflectant? No. Wait, what? PD Hobbit says, I mean brown isn't wrong. What does it mean? What does it mean? Brown Dwarf says, huh? No, a hobbit in chat thusly spoke to me. A dwarf does not often encounter a hobbit. Exclusive creatures keep to their shires. My goodness. Ah. What is the difference between a halfling, a dwarf, and... what is the other one? Timer. Oh yeah! Timer! It's 3 minutes! Thank you for saying be careful with the camera. You're so right, man. I need to be careful. Wait, what? Moisturizer and cameras don't go well together. That's what you mean. Oops. 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 Should I go get the chopsticks? I need to get chopsticks. Oh. Kind of stopped boiling. Ooh. Alif says Chinese people always use chopsticks for cooking dumplings. I forgot my chopsticks, okay? I can go get it, but I don't want to leave this unattended, so I have to stay put. Instead, I'm using a carrot. I could use a carrot for this, right? That's so weird. I'm sorry. I'm being so unconventional. Maybe it's entertaining. I'll use the carrot. It's gonna be boiled anyway. Who needs chopsticks when you have carrots? This is so ridiculous. I'm just using one. I'm just using one of these guys. Alright, my babies. Go, my babies. Go, my babies. These are your arms. We're role-playing now. You guys are my buddies. You're represented as carrots because I'm part rabbit, part shape-shifting fox thing. Am I a rabbit? Am I a fox? Who knows? So these are your arms. We're role-playing now. It's my excuse to use the carrots while I have them. Yes, guys, we're role-playing. These are your tiny arms. For some reason, you don't have fingers. I'm sorry. If you want your fingers. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if you want your fingers. Yeah, you guys are helping a bunch, okay? Because we're role-playing and these are your arms. Oh my gosh. Yes, guys, do your job. Do your thing. Wiggle your arms. Wiggle your noodle arms. I'm so hungry. What's wrong with me? Okay, so we have 1 minute and 18 seconds. Cousin Wave says rules! Yippee! Alif says it's fine. I give the licensing as a Chinese Indonesian. I feel flattered. What do you think about your arms and the role-playing? Why is one of your arms dirty? Did one of you forget to scrub your arm? Your little, you know, I guess a carrot stub? It is too late to be eating, but I have no choice. I'll have to be fasting tomorrow. I'd be so hungry. 45, 42, 43, 41, 40, 39, 37, 39. I skipped a number. I skipped numbers! Use your hands, buddies. Dip your hands. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dip. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Dip your hands in hot water. Wash them nice and clean. Don't be so stinky. Wash them with me. I feel like an old commercial. Da na 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 da. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. But oh, timer's off. Are they done? Hello, Dumpling, are you done? How do you know if it's done? Dirty carrots, says Pretty Hobbit. Oh, stinky. Smell it. Smell your finger. Smell the finger, because since we're role-playing. Ew, stinky. Smells like dirt. Because that's how carrots are born. They're sprouted little seedlings in the dirt, and then they grow out like giant carrots. Beep, 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 beep. 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 Says Cozy Wave. It's done? Do you think it's done? It's been 5 minutes. Nice chopsticks. Thank you. Do you think it's done, or how do you know? How do you know, guys? It's been 5 minutes. You think they're done? Okay, guys, they're done. I believe it. I believe you. They're done. Dun, 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 dun. Are they done? How do you know? I guess they're done. I don't know. I can't tell. It's my first time. It's my first time with dumplings. It's been 5 minutes, so you're right. Don't break dumpling. Don't break dumpling. Don't break dumpling babies. There are just 2 left in the pot, right? Oh no, there's a 3rd one. The 3rd one's escaping me. Come here, little buddy. Alright, guys, I'm turning it off because I'm scared. Oh, you know what? We're gonna use the same water, and now it's gonna be slimy. Dumplings! We're done! Noodle, stop being angry. We're done! Dumplings! Dumplings! Okay, we're gonna put them aside now. They're hot. Ooh. My goodness. This music. 1 by 1, test and stab the dumpling for check. How do I know? How? Do they look done? I'm gonna say they're done. Okay, guys, are you ready for the other stuff? I am gonna start chopping up things on the side. But we're gonna use the same water, but for the dumpling soup. Cozy babes! Brown Dwarf says, I got potato tattooed across my knuckles, so one hand says toes, and sometimes I want to say small, smell my toes with my hand near the face. Potato hands. PD Hava says, now eat your dirty carrot dumpling. Don't be mean. Okay, guys, this one packet is one packet of a cube, and we're gonna use the same water to make dumpling. Don't worry, that's the packet. That's the packet. Yeah, that's the packet noise. I'm not farting. Promise. There'll be stickers or other stuff there. Yeah, what's the sound of this? I'm just being a goofball. Cause we're yes. That'd be so gross. Do you guys ever get paranoid? I do. When I have food, I do. Okay, so following the recipe. Sesame oil, 1 tablespoon. Brown Dwarf says, don't do anything to them! Ellie says it's fine, the dumplings are cooked. Okay, we're gonna do a teaspoon. Oh wait, I already have some. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I already have some in here. I did toasted sesame oil to prevent it from sticking. So I already did that process. My goodness. Okay, 1 tablespoon sesame oil. 2 tablespoon minced ginger. Garlic cloves mix. 6 cups of chicken stock. Think we're good on the 6 cups of water and chicken stock because I added bouillon, chicken bouillon. 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, we're good. That's so bad. Naughty sprinkles. Use measurements. Okay, so then frozen mini dumplings. Well, we cooked ours just now. Spinach! I forgot the spinach. It's in the kitchen. 1 teaspoon of sesame seeds optional. Sesame seeds. Sesame seeds. Don't poke them, says Brown Dwarf. See, we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for now. We're gonna let that stew and boil. I'm gonna start chopping up the green onions now. Ginger, the onions, and then I'm gonna go get the spinach. And then we should be good. Okay, so how do I do this? How do I show you I'm mincing everything? I don't have a knife! Are you serious? I forgot a knife? Sounds like me. Alright guys, I'm gonna go get a knife. And I'll be right back. Okay? I'll be right back. I'm back, and it seems to be boiling, so I'm gonna reach it. I'm gonna turn it down to a low. And then now I have our knife. I'm gonna start mincing and cutting stuff in the corner here, but I'm gonna keep it separate from the burner because I don't want to, you know, accidentally do anything. And it's a little too late to... Oh, it's right behind me too. Okay. Alright, folks. I'm gonna get tiny now. Ah, that's still not enough for you guys to see it. I wish I could move the camera more. I think that should be good. Well, I need to move my stuff on the screen more. There. Alright, buddies. Sprinkles looks strung out when she's away. Oh my gosh! Brown Dwarf says you can just cut the onion with scissors. I don't have any kitchen scissors. I used to. I want to be able to show you guys me cutting stuff. But that requires me moving the burner. And I'm afraid to move my camera. Actually, I probably can. A little. No, I shouldn't. I was about to move it, but I really shouldn't. It's kind of hot. I'm gonna turn this off for now. Because it's really boiling. I'm trying to show you me cutting stuff, but... that requires me moving the camera. Let me see what I can do. Off screen. Let me see what I can do. Properties. Okay, I'm gonna try moving stuff. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I gotta be extra careful. I don't think I can go that far, though. I probably shouldn't do stuff. You're gonna have to watch it from the sidelines. Yeah. As long as it doesn't show my, like, anything. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to watch from the side lanes. We're gonna do a transform, and we're gonna do a horizontal. Is that better? Okay, cool. So, I'm cutting up right here, okay? I can't really move this because the pot's hot. So you're gonna watch me chop the carrot. So it says to mince the carrots, but they look more stringy. I should wipe down the knife a little. It's a little wet. Brown Dwarf says they need to be kitchen scissors. Oh, that's fair. I usually use kitchen scissors, though. Okay, now I gotta concentrate. You guys be cute. You guys be cute and adorable, and I'm gonna focus on cutting, okay? So we're gonna cut our carrots in small, thin slices. I don't really need all of them. And I brought our spinach, too. My carrot! No, it's... Well, the table's clean, but still. And I still have to mince our garlic, but I'm gonna cut the carrot first. And then I'm gonna slowly add it to the pot. So you're gonna watch as I add stuff to the pot. But you're gonna see in this tiny corner here, okay? Because it's hot. I turned it down, and then I just decided to turn off the pot. Because it's boiling so much. I don't want the water to evaporate. I don't know if you can hear it, but... I gotta be very careful. You guys are so distracting. I don't want to hurt myself. So... Just gonna start throwing in carrots. Boop. This is where I have to, like, very much focus. Like, hyper-focus. And be careful. And now you can't see nothing. You guys are in a nice, warm, steamy bath. You're in a nice, steamy, hot spring. So this is the easy part, by the way. The most challenging part was the dumplings. That was the most challenging part. And if you cut, make sure you put your paw. You do this. You cut like this, sort of. Like, if you see me, how you put your thumb in away from the knife. That's what I was taught. I'm sure there are multiple ways to be taught how to cut things. Maybe more efficient, faster ways. But I'm just teaching you what I know. And we'll learn along the way, too, as the more we cook and bake together. But yeah, you want to be careful. So if anything, I'm just gonna put the veggies on top of here. So I don't have to put it in directly with my fingertips, because I don't want to injure myself on live stream. It's easy to get that distracted to where you don't pay attention and knock things over. But, yeah. Just do it that way. Slowly. We're gonna do maybe like 3 carrots. I brought all of them out. I even washed them beforehand. This is the carrot I used for the carrot buddy hand ASMR. Role-playing ASMR. I think ASMR is mostly sound effects and your voice. There's some music, but very, like, light in the background. Don't worry, I'm gonna share the soup with 𝐴𝑖 too. We're gonna share the soup together. Ah, Brown Dwarf says you'll need another knife. The Brown Dwarf says they need to be... Oh, I need another knife. Dark Buddy says safety first, especially with boiling water. Oh my gosh. There have been so many accident stories I've heard growing up about boiling water. And you think water would be harmless, but not when it's, like, hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. You just... I gotta set a good example for you guys. I mean, a lot of you guys are adults anyway. But it's nice to have a reminder that someone out there is like, hey, you know, safety first! Especially with a knife. Before, it was easier to chat because I was doing the dumpling part, the rolling, the folding, the folding. But now it's knife time, so no. And yeah. Even the brown stub. Actually, I'll leave the brown stub out. Just not aesthetically pleasing. I cut most of it except the very tippy piece. Gosh, it's steamy. It does burn a little. Okay, a few more carrots. Then we still have the ginger. So I'm cutting up the carrot arms that were boiling. They softened a bit too. The carrots aren't too, like, they're not too hard to cut. I'm trying to cut them as thin as possible, but they're not, it's nothing bad if they're chunky. So dumpling soup is very simple, at least the recipe I found. And the only requirement for Chinese wine, or at least my substitute sake, was the dumpling. The dumpling filler, there you go. I go mind blank when I'm super hyper focused. This is what I wanted to avoid at the very start of livestream. Oh, it's already 11:26? Are you serious? That's so late. We've been having a good time then. I forgot what time it is. Okay, I'll chop faster, maybe. Okay, maybe not. I was like, wait a minute. I have very little space, so it's difficult. But I also want to be safe. Yeah. I'm gonna do the scallions after the carrots. Those are the easiest. The garlics are... The garlic's gonna take a while to mince. At least for me. The spinach shouldn't be so difficult. The spinach and the dumplings will be added last. So this is our dumpling soup. Not too difficult, huh? Not too complicated, I think. Okay, they didn't come off. That's okay. The ginger and the garlic... Challenging. Oh no, my carrot! It says... Oh, Brown Dwarf says, yes, a paring knife ain't great for this kind of work. Works in pinch, but not the best one. This is a paring knife? This knife here kind of paces me a bit. Sometimes I get too carried away with cutting, and I could accidentally do something more than cutting. Alright, we used about 2 carrots. I feel like we could add more, but it really is up to you. Kind of chunky. I can start mincing the onion, the scallion. But I'm gonna spare a few of them today. I'm only gonna use... Well, how many do I really need? The whole bunch? This is kind of fun. This is just more self-paced. Right, I'm gonna try. Hopefully you guys can see it, but... Yeah. Yeah, this is... Oh, the scallion! They're room temperature. You can watch me struggle! Because I think I'm using the wrong knife. Put these little guys that way. Mm-hmm. What knife would you use to cut? What is your favorite knives? Does anyone have any favorite kitchen utensils? I think the older I've gotten, the more I actually care about what I have in my kitchen. Versus when I was much younger. I feel like when I was younger, I was focused more on, like, experiences. And now that I'm much older, I'm focused more on food. Or, like, necessities. Clothes. Braziers. But when you're young, it's kind of like, you know, you want toys or something. When you're a kid. Depending on your upbringing, too. Mm. This is more of like the relaxing part of stream. It says you need a chief knife. Really? You need a chief knife? A chef knife, sorry. I said chief. Huh? Why did I say chief? Chef? I'm always doing that. I'm dyslexic, by the way, if you guys were like a little curious, like, huh, Sprinkles, you have a lot of you say things funny. I try not doing that when it comes to professional environments. I try not saying things incorrectly. I try being very conscious, but I'm so relaxed now that I'm at home. You know, you get home and you can, like, rest your brain. You don't have to be so hyper-fixated on, like, everything you do. But I feel like in work or even, like, school settings, you just have to be conscious of how you represent yourself. Because it could be what draws the line of, like, what opportunities you get. Sad but true. I really feel for people who live in countries where you get a job based on your image, but I mean, where it's like, where they encourage plastic surgery. I think I've watched documentaries about South Korea and standards, you know what I mean? Like, it's just work standards for how their employees should look, and it's just, wow, it's just how it is. Image is very important. I don't know where I'm from. It seems like diversity is more important than image. A company's more focused on how diverse they are compared to image. That multicultural... Everything has its pros and cons. I can't imagine growing up being told, you know, recommendations of what plastic surgery I should get, but I'm pretty sure it's so normalized. But I've only watched documentaries. Or the Try Guys. I've watched Eugene. Not Eugene. No, not Eugene. There's Eugene. Is it Eugene? There was Ned, Eugene. Who else? Oh, PD Hobbs has kind of gathered that LOL. Brown Dwarf says, see, you're doing the anti-curl with your fingers now. Fingers pointed right at the blade. Wrong knife for the job. Well, the more I knew. Yeah, I don't have many knife assortments. I have... Well, what kind of knives do I have? I'd have to bring them out for you. I'm curious about which knives I have. I've never asked myself, like, huh, what kind of knife is this? Okay, I'll do it this way then. What kind of cutting is this? I know it's hard to see. You probably have to, like, zoom in on your phones. What kind of cutting style is this? But yeah, it's the wrong knife. I can see what you mean. Oh, I'm such a noob. I'll have to let you pick out my new knife assortments. If I ever buy new knives, I'll let you guys help me pick them out. Yeah, I don't have many knives. A lot of them are old and dull. But I'm kind of nervous if I used a really good sharp knife. So yeah, let me know, guys. Educate me. I like it. You're helping me learn. I'm navigating better. Brown Dwarf says, yes, one of my Korean schoolmates got gifted surgery as a graduation gift. Very peculiar. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like, well, it's just how their culture is. You know what I mean? I feel like if, you know, only they could really share their perception on how they feel, given that it does impact them. It doesn't impact me, that's for sure. I don't live in South Korea. So I wouldn't be impacted in that way. But I can only imagine. But as long as they're happy, I think that's what counts. If they're happy and they're chill about it and everything works out, good. It says, Brown Dwarf, it's better job with fingers. Put the ideally your front knuckles at the rest. Like this? Like this? Okay, I'm learning. Okay, I'm trying. Like this? Like this? Oh, like this? I don't know. I can see that. I think I'm gonna use all the scallions. Onion scallions. Dark Buddy says, this is a lot of green onions. Do you think it's too much? Okay, I'll stop. Okay, no more. Now we'll do garlic. These little garlic. It says to mince the garlic. That is a lot of green onion. How do I mince garlic? Mmm. It's the wrong knife! I knew! I wish I could go shopping online with you guys helping navigate me. Especially those of you who are experienced in culinary arts. That is a wowza for me. I think that's something I want to continue improving on and learning. But also remembering what I learned. Oh no, my onion! I mean my garlic! I keep calling it onion. My garlic! So minced garlic. Brown Dwarf says yes, like that. Really? Okay. It's helping. I'll look up every now and then. Get my attention by going ding, 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 ding. Some minced garlic. Once I get all of the garlic minced, then I'll put it all together. Protect me, food gods! Protect us, me and buddies! Protect us on our journey of learning the culinary arts. Slowly. At least the introduction to, or... homemade cooking. How about that? Homemade cooking arts. Yeah. I don't want to go for the highest goal there. If I wanted to learn more about culinary, I would go to, like, get schooling for it. But you know, just the cooking arts. The art of cooking! So it asked for like 4 cloves, but I just did like, we just did 2. I think I have 5 cloves. Can you see me? Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. I would zoom in. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. And I burped. Someone just told me, zoom in. Okay, guys, I'm gonna zoom in by like a lot. By like a lot. Okay, guys, can you see me better? Maybe? I'm gonna zoom it in more. Now you can see me better, I think. Okay, now you can see it better. I wish I could change the camera's sitting position, but it's tied down. And I don't want to do anything exastrous. Remember, I'm learning. I'm not perfect. Definitely not perfect. You know what I want? The reason why I really like doing hand cam cooking or baking is because... oh, I can try not to hurt myself. Because I get a lot of good feedback from you guys. And a lot of you are from everywhere. Some of you have great experiences and knowledge I would like to learn and equip. And also at the same time, improve my cooking skills slowly. Even if it takes, you know, trials and errors. So that way I can make good food for my kids someday. If I have kids, you know. I plan to. I plan to have babies someday. I just have to get things in order first. I can't rush into anything. So that way my kids can eat something good from me. I can make something delicious for them. For my family. So yeah. I'll try brushing up on my understanding of knives. I think that's one skill I would like to pass on to my offspring, my kin, is at least what I've learned in cooking. I want my kids to know how to cook, so that way they won't be as confused as I am. I mean, I was taught things too, but... I think there are limitations to things you get taught. It's kind of like you get taught the basics, right? And then from that point on, you kind of take the time to explore it. Like, I want my kids to cook with me, even if they aren't mincing stuff with knives. And just things you think of, actually. Those are things I think of. I don't want to be single and childless forever. I don't think I could live like that. I know that's not a very popular thing to say, but I can't. Because I can see my parents, I'm watching them get older. And when my parents get older, it means that I'm also aging, right? Because that constant reminder, I can't live without purpose. And I feel like I can go my whole life pursuing my dreams and goals, but I feel like family is a big drive for me, and it's been on my mind lately. I don't want to die alone, but I don't want that to be the reason why I have children. I want children so they can be a better version of myself. I know this world has a lot of evil in it, and the world isn't perfect, but you gotta give the future a chance by giving your kids a chance. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt to do better than you ever could. And those are things I think about as a young adult. I want to give my children the chance to make the world better. I don't want to condemn the world as evil and, you know, sickly or unworthy of chances. By giving my kids a chance, I give the future a chance. And that's how I see it. I can focus on all the awful things that there are in this world, or I can focus on all the good opportunities my kids can have someday. And that's how I've seen it lately. Because I see social media can be so negative. I don't want to live the rest of my life thinking about investing in only myself. And I reflect on how my parents invested in me. My parents gave me the opportunity to live. And I'm like, don't I want to give that chance to someone else? I got to experience things in life. Not all of it was good. There's some sad times or the hard times, challenges, obstacles even. But I got this opportunity to live. Why can't I give it to a child I could have? Right? Like, don't I want to raise a child to love art? Don't I want to raise a child to get the chance to do piano like I did? I know that can get quite emotional, but I've been thinking about that lately. I can't live my life it just being about me. That would drive me insane. That's so deep. As I'm cutting ginger. As I'm cutting ginger. But no, I think about that. I can't. I know some people focus on the now. Like, I want this. I want this. These clothes, these purses, this makeup. But it's like, I want a tiny version of me that's gonna scream and drive me crazy. It's me like, mommy, mommy, mommy. That's what I want. It's just a nice reminder of your efforts matter. And it's reflected in your kids. And yeah, they drive you crazy. And they can be little snotty brats. And they can be annoying and loud. But they're only doing, acting and talking a certain way based on their environment. And just know that, like, you could give them better structure. I think social media is... definitely don't raise your kid on social media. The choice is yours, though. But I think give yourself the chance to make a better human being to walk the earth. That's how I see it. Don't doubt yourself, because then if you doubt yourself, then your kids will doubt themselves too. It's easy. It's a bad habit. I think that's the worst habit you could teach your kids. I don't want them to be self-doubting, self-loathing. You know what I mean? I want them to love themselves and to imagine and to create. It's crazy. I'm about to tear up. Yeah, to be honest, there are some women who don't want kids, but they might be going to look back and feel regret over it. Dude, like, I'm in my 20s, and I know it sounds insane, because you know what we're told? You know what women like me are told? Pursue your career. Pursue your job. But guess what? I want to do more than just my job. I want to create life. That is the most beautiful thing, the most epic thing I could ever do. Grow a tiny human inside of me. That's an amazing opportunity. That's a great job. And I know that's not popular, but I feel like my career is empty. My job, there will always be someone to fill that role, but there will never be a child to fill my heart. Sad! I'm tearing up! There will only be one! Or three, probably three, because three's a lucky number, and I want three. I'm gonna push for 3. That way if I lose one, I have 2 more left. Oh! So sad, so dark. Oh my gosh, but yeah. Your career will always be filled by somebody. You can push for the top, you can push for big money, but you're gonna grow old and you're gonna have to retire eventually. Your job has no soul, no heart. People give jobs a soul. They give it feeling. They give it thoughts. They give it emotions. Without people, jobs are empty husks that need to be filled by the next person who steps in line, who applies for that position. And that's been haunting me. I've been doing deep thoughts into it. A job is temporary. One moment you're in, the next moment you're out. It's something you depend on for income, for money to pay bills, but it shouldn't be your everything. Money has no soul either. And I feel like I can't depend on a career that will eventually I'll age out of. My career doesn't need me the way a child would. It's crazy. And I feel like people treat their career like you give so much love, you give so much passion, and then you eventually retire. Or something catastrophic happens and you don't retire. And then all that effort, all that sacrifice, all that time you spent away from the family, it feels like it was for nothing. And I've seen it, guys. My job actually, the job I'm working right now, I see a lot of horrendous things. People going through... how do I put it? There was a time where I had lost my job, and it was because management was very poor. Management wasn't respectful, and they didn't give everybody equal opportunity, and so I lost my job. And I realized that all my sacrifices were for nothing, because no matter what I did, it was already decided what my worth would be. I was just a number. It is not worth it. I'm not gonna sacrifice my life for a job that will discard me at any time. And that's really difficult to work through. And my job right now, temporary as it could be, I don't know how long I'll stay. It really depends on how long they need me. But I think about that too. And it makes me consider what actually matters. But I think it's until you experience something so horrendous. It was very painful too. Yeah, crazy. Garslane says it's also kind of grim to think about the end of your bloodline. Oh, Garslane. That's so on point. Brown Dwarf says, only family thing I got is my pretty hair that my mom gave me. I bet you got pretty hair. Distract me, guys. I was actually gonna start crying. It was very traumatic. When your career goes off course, you plan for it, and then it doesn't happen the way you thought it would. Same goes for parenthood, too. It's not always gonna be what you thought it could be, but you make the best of it, is how I see it. Whether it be your career, your job, your family. But don't give up those good moments that you could have or be spending with them. You're gonna be looking back thinking what you could have done instead. There's a movie called The Family Man. It's a great movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I think it shows parenthood. Not accurately. Well, I think it shows parenthood in such a humorous way. And also about love in a marriage. The Family Man. I'll always cry with that movie. It's about a man who pursues his career. And he's very lucky with the ladies. But one day he meets God in a cab. And God tells this man... He's like, did you get everything you wanted in life? And it's actually played by a really great actor. What's his name? Not Tom Cruise. Hold on a second. I gotta look it up real quick. It's a really great movie. You guys are cheering me up by being cute little goofballs. The Family Man. I will always cry for that movie. The Family Man. I watched it when I was very young. The Family Man movie? Yes, found it. This movie, director Brett Ratner, writers David Diamond and David Weissman, starring Nicolas Cage, T. Leon, and Don Cheadle. Yes, Nicolas Cage. This movie came out 2000, PG-13, 2 hours and 5 minutes. So he meets God, and God is asking him, as his cab driver, or I think as a homeless man. I can't remember, cab driver or homeless man. God takes on different forms, and so he sends Nicolas Cage, of course, it's the actor I'm referring to, on a journey to have the life he never had pursued. So instead, he pursued a career, right? Well, now God gives him a life where he pursued family. So he experiences love and marriage and kids. And in the end, that's what he wants. I mean, but it shows you, like, he goes through it. Like, he thinks about the kids he could have had with the woman he loved. But instead, him and the woman he loved both pursued their careers. It's such a great, thoughtful movie. I hardly see thoughtful movies anymore, which is disappointing. Garslade says, you have a kind heart. Oh, you're sweet. Oh. Yes, please distract me by being goofy. I'm tearing up because it's ginger. I'm cutting ginger. We'll just say ginger makes people's eyes cry. Brown Dwarf says, you might really like ginger a lot. Is it too much ginger? I got carried away because I was ranting about feelings. Ah! Alright, guys. We're gonna add the spinach. But yeah, I recommend that movie. Brown Dwarf says, now I'm trying to become a dealer in the rare arts of artifacts. Thank you. Thank you for distracting me. Distract me more. Fit to screen. Dude, I was really gonna start crying like a big baby wiener. Why am I such a wiener? Oh. There you go. Now we're gonna put spinach. I want babies, but I have to find the love of my life. Dark Buddy says, yeah, LOL. I'm putting spinach now. So you need spinach, ginger, carrot, garlic, sesame seed oil, soy sauce, sesame seeds. I'm gonna save the rest of this for another time. We gotta go ahead. We have to end soon. We start at 8, 9, 10, 11. We're about to go on to 5 hours, and YouTube doesn't save everything. Now we add our dumplings. Then I'm gonna boil. Well, it's pretty hot, actually. I'm gonna mix it up a bit before I put the dumplings, because once I put the dumplings, it's just so soft. Evie says, besides, I want kids if the economy wasn't bad. You know what? F economy. F economy. I'm having kids anyway. See, economy wants to control and restrict your opportunities. I'm still gonna have babies. We're gonna struggle and suffer together. And then historically, we're gonna look back and be like, these were the babies that were born. Yeah. We'll make it through this somehow. Alright, I'm gonna boil it a bit before I actually add the dumplings. We're gonna put it on medium. It says, Oh, Brown Dwarf says, don't add it now. Oh, well, I haven't added it. Oh, should I have waited? Oops. About to break stuff. Eva says, if that's the case, it won't be a problem if we make it through. Exactly. I think times could be worse. It's just intimidating, right? But we shouldn't let that constrict our what we want, right? If you want to have a family, don't let money dictate. Well, you should consider. Live your life, basically. Live your life. Okay, buddies, keep distracting me. Eva says, if that's the case, it says... Oh, I gotta catch up on chat. Brown Dwarf says, yeah, I gave up on my cooking dreams too because the atmosphere sucks. Oh, was it competitive? I actually wanted to become a performing arts as a vocalist, but the atmosphere was very toxic at the university, so I transferred out into communication because I felt like I needed to understand the complexity of social behaviors and communication between people. I was trying to improve myself because I felt like that's something I lacked, but now I'm self-reflecting and looking back. I think communications can help a lot of people and not just me. Dark Buddy says also no more ginger. I added so much. Brown Dwarf says, I have no relation, so having a relative would be neat, but I ain't reckon I'll ever know what that's about. Dark Buddy says, family is always worth pursuing. IMO. Evie says, let's see. Brown Dwarf says, I gave up on that kind of aspiration. I don't really have friends, let alone any relationship future. I think... I say keep trying. You'd be surprised. Keep giving yourself chances. PD Hobbit says, gotta go, my nephew's streaming. Want to show him some love. It's been some fun, Sprinkles. Will life been thorn on your side? Ooh. I have the same feelings as Evie. I gotta go back to chat. Dark Buddy says, I kind of want to have a house before kids. Hard nowadays, though. I know! Rent and apartments are just as difficult as getting a house. Ooh, Brown Dwarf says, just add the dumplings now. Heat it off when it comes to boil. Got it. Okay, we're gonna add dumplings now. I don't want it to splatter on my face, so... I just pick out the dumpling? I don't want to pick it with my hand, but I don't think I have a choice. One dumpling? How did this get about kids? How did we start talking about children? I know a lot of people at times like this would start making, like, jokes. You know, like, sensual jokes. I don't know. I don't just want to make babies, I want to have babies. Why try if nothing comes of it? I think differently. I think my wants and needs are different. I'm sure they want... Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh, I just had a taste of it. It tastes actually really good. I'll be serving myself some in a bowl. I forgot chopsticks! Okay, it says... Dark Buddy says, I kind of want to... Let's see. Eva says, anyways, I had fun during Halloween yesterday. Really? Oh, I'm glad you did, Evie. What did you do yesterday? Other than celebrate Halloween? Brown Dwarf says, competitive in a half-acid way. Bunch of tryhards want to live out a Bondarian fantasy. Oh! Oh! I almost choked for the minute there. Bondarian fantasy. Bourdain fantasy. Bourdain. What? That's... Well, I could see that happening. Stab with knife. Put knife. Gotta get the stuff off the knife, actually. I'm not trying to stab anything. Just being a goof. Boof. Eva says, what did you do for Halloween? I passed out candy. I painted my whole face. I would show you, but it's horrendous. Brown Dwarf says, meh, people don't really make friends as of this age. They have their friends already. If you make it in the club, you're at the bottom of the list. Nobody's talking to you, hanging out, nada. Is that what it was like? Dark Buddy says, I had a candy hangover. I've been eating a lot of candy too. I've been eating too much candy. I can't believe today's Friday. We started 8, 9, 10, 11 to 11. You guys, we're like almost 5 hours in. We have 1 hour to 5. I still have to eat, but I'm so sleepy. It's midnight. I just burped. I'm gonna have one dumpling. I'm burping for no reason. I need chopsticks. Brown Dwarf says, Bourdain, Anthony Bourdain, famous American chef? Okay, guys, we're gonna do some history lore. We're gonna do some historic lore now. Bourdain. Ooh, Butenbloir. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Okay, Google. Famous chef? Anthony Bourdain. Famous chef. Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain and Eric Rippert's friendship remains one of the greatest of culinary history. When Bourdain's best-selling book Kitchen Confidential came out, Rippert was working at Le Bourdain, an upscale French restaurant in Midtown Manhattan, where he rose the ranks to eventually become head chef. Looking for my mouse. Was Anthony Bourdain considered a great chef? Says, by his own admission, FineDiningLovers.com. Anthony Bourdain, biography, television, film, and works. He was not a great chef, to his own admission, even though he ran a few kitchens in his native New York. But by the time his seminal cookbook Kitchen Confidential was published in 2000, he had already begun to influence the world in ways his food alone never could. That's crazy. That's what he looks like? He's alive? Okay, good. He's alive. Right? Brown Dwarf says, I tried to get some stuff from his estate after he passed. Oh, he's dead. It says, would have liked to get his meteorite knife. Oh my gosh! Fancy! Oh, I cooked on something. Oh my goodness. Ah, he's dead! But tada! We have our soup dumplings! Give yourselves a round of applause! You guys did it! You stayed to the very end, and we completed our soup dumpling. From rolling dumplings to dipping them. Soup dumpling. It says the cook time is 15 minutes. I think it's done. I think it's done. Brown Dwarf says, no, he oofed himself. Oh, that's horrible. Unless it was murder. And they staged it. PD Hava says, no! And it says, Dark Buddy says, sadly, yeah, he had a show and everything too. Evie says, even though my male Nova's cosplay was okay, like at all, but one of my friends told me I need to work on the hair, as in the half pieces. Oh. At least you still made a cosplay. To me, that's a win. Especially if you make the hair. PD Hobbit says his wife was something else, man. What about his wife? Okay, guys. Cheese me. Whoa, too big. Who's his wife? He died June 8, 2018. But he was born in 1956. New York, New York. He died in Le Chamber Hotel Restaurant Spa. He died in the spa? That's horrible. But who's his wife? I'm sorry. Rest in peace, man. But who's your wife? You said the wife was something else? He was married to Octavia Busia Bourdain from 2007 until their separation in 2016. The couple attended the food television event together in 2010. Bourdain was also in a relationship with Asia Argento. Argento from 2016 to 2018. According to a New York Times article, Argento was controlling and would scrutinize Bourdain and Bourdain's social media accounts. Hold on a second. You guys, sounds like a setup to me. I know I'm late on the news, but it sounds like people were influencing his marriage and taking advantage of an older guy because she might have been a hot little something. You know what I mean? Winky winky, that happens. Don't fall for it, guys. Especially if you become successful. Don't fall for the hot little something tamales. Don't fall for it, especially if they're trying to break up your marriage. You see, he was successful because he was married, because the marriage was maintained. And as soon as that their separation in 2016, it was only 2 years later that he just like went off and went boom, gone, dropped the mic. It's horrible. What did Anthony Bourdain's ex-wife say about him? He was not the same person. Something changed and became really heavy, but he started going to therapy at a certain point, and I thought, I can take a step back. I don't have to, like, always be worried about him, she says. I feel like that is something that I will always regret. See what I mean? That's horrible. Oh no! Who was Anthony Bourdain's wife? I hate being famous. I hate my job, Bourdain wrote to his estranged wife, Olivia Boussia Bourdain, with whom he remained close shortly before he took his life. PD Hobbit says, or maybe his side piece was. That's what I'm saying. His wife and him were successful and good together, but the side piece is what really offed him. That's horrible. If you're in a relationship and that person's like encouraging you to do it, literally just walk out of there. Don't explain anything. You don't have to explain yourself if you're leaving that kind of relationship. Even if they are the side piece, you deserve better. Just go back to your wife. She's the only one who loves you. That's why you live so long. See, he invested too much into his side piece and his side piece often. I think this is done now. I'm gonna eat now. Brown Dwarf says if you're interested in culinary arts, you gotta follow his work. Very great advocate for the culture. You guys, we're done. We're done cooking. We're done cooking in the kitchen. We're done cooking in my bedroom. My bedroom smells like a kitchen. I know I should get some of the juice. I need to get some stuff then. I need to get I have so much to clean up. My room smells like food. I'm gonna go to bed smelling dumplings. Alright, I'm gonna eat this piece. That's what I'm gonna eat because it's late and I'm tired. It is not good to eat this late. But I'm gonna try what I created. So I just disconnected the hot plate because it's terrifying. PD Hobbit says, if you can watch his show. But I do think the side piece is what really offed him. Yeah. It's when people have too much expectation for you as a celebrity, and they forget that deep down, you're just a guy. He was just a man with feelings, and he probably wanted to do more and move on from the culinary arts. After a while with your career, sometimes you want to explore other avenues, and maybe that's what he wanted, is my thought. Yeah. Just a theory. How many jump scares do we have? We have 141 jump scares. I'm not even playing a horror game. I was cooking. Dark Buddy says, eat! Garcine says, yeah. Oh, drum roll, please. Yes. Okay, guys. I don't have a fork or anything. I'm just gonna shove it into my mouth. It's hot. Oh. Just the juice alone, man. I feel like I died and went to heaven. See, I'm starting to eat the dumpling. You see me ripping it open slowly. Oh my gosh. I made something that tastes good? That tastes delicious? I'm gonna start, like, my nose is gonna start dripping. You guys, I'm surprised. It actually tastes delicious. And the dumplings held up. Like, look at these guys. I don't want to jinx myself, but... Look, guys, it held. The dumpling held together. That's crazy. I actually did something wowza. Goodness. I gotta share this with my family. I'll keep the frozen dumplings, and when there's a gathering, I'll just bring it over and we'll have it together. You guys, it tastes good. It tastes good. Let's see. Tastes delicious. My goodness. I am impressed. Round of applause, please. I discovered I love soup dumpling. It's worth it. Make it at home. Try making dumplings at home. Don't feel discouraged. I made mistakes too. Some of my dumplings are definitely gonna fall apart, but those are in the freezer. Those are the first ones I did. I feel accomplished. Eva says, I love your cooking. I feel so accomplished. I thank my madre. I thank padre. I thank my sisters. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Can I do it like this? Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to. Let's see. It's very delicious. Mmm. You guys, I wish you guys could taste it. I'm gonna send the recipe. There are several recipes I looked at, but I'm gonna actually link down in the description. I have to update it. And tomorrow I'm going to the festival. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get some memes. But tomorrow I'm going to the festival. I'll send you guys pictures of food I eat. It's nothing extravagant. But I gotta go ahead and pack up everything, put stuff away, put up the carrots and the onion scallions I didn't use. But whoa. PD Hobbit says a wild restream bot has appeared. Where? Where? Oh, PD Hobbit says, LOL, my brain isn't braining. It's okay. Brown Dwarf says, look up Santoku knife. Santoku knife. Oh, I gotta look it up now. Santoku knife. It's very, very sharp and nice. Santoku knife. Just making up stuff. It's nice. Alright. Oh my gosh. That's a very attractive knife. This is mincing, dicing, chopping, and thin slices of vegetables, slicing and cubing raw meat, and slicing and portioning cooked proteins. Santoku knife. It's very nice. It's nice. Alright, buddies. This is festival? Yeah, I'm gonna go to a Japanese festival tomorrow. I had tickets ordered like 3 weeks ago. So I'm gonna go. It's gonna be very fun. I'm gonna dress up. I have a kimono. Kimono. Let's see. I gotta make sure I know which one it is. Yeah, it's a kimono. Kimono. Sorry. My pronunciation. I see, says Evie. Look, Brown Dwarf says, this is the kind of knife you ought to get. I want a knife that's versatile and has multi-use. That's how I want my relationship to be. Not only is it romantic, but it's also, like, family-oriented. Brown Dwarf says, I will make it easier for you to work. Thank you, Santoku knife. It's a little... Oh, it's kind of expensive. William Sonoma. William Sonoma is like $240. Oh my gosh. I can get it off of Amazon for like $40. Or like $23.95. Oh my goodness. I would love one. Can I get gifted one someday? I know people do that. Can I be gifted a knife? Can I be gifted a Santoku knife? I don't have a Throne account. We're too small for that kind of stuff. But I'll take boba donations. I'll take $1. I wish you guys could give me pennies. I'd take pennies too. Garslane says, when are you going to sell your AI dumplings? Someday. I'll do an illustration of a dumpling. My goodness, I would love for you guys to have some. Brown Dwarf says yes, that's the knife. But yeah, well, obviously, William Sonoma is expensive. Duh. Duh. Yum, 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 yum. I only knew because of the price. Brown Dwarf says also that's what your knife skills are meant to be for. Knife like that, versatile. Whoa. Dark Buddy says gifting you an Oshi. Gifting your Oshi a knife, lol. Yeah, for cooking. Only cooking. I'm a non-violent person. I don't like to argue. I'll just walk away. I'm like, okay, I'll leave you with your thoughts and your feelings. I'm gonna... Which is bad. You should never walk away. You should tell them, hey, I don't want to walk away because that's rude. You put your hands up and be like, hey, I'm gonna wait till you calm down and then we can talk about it. Brown Dwarf says most producers have them. But yes, gift this Oshi a versatile knife for cooking. Brown Dwarf says you can get a cheap sand token easy. Tell me where to find him. But yeah, that's what I'd be using it for. Cooking. Garcite says sure. I promise! Well, I do I got a blade on here? I do got a blade. Give me a knife. Do I got a knife? I do. You guys, I promise. I promise, I'm innocent. Innocent until proven guilty against vegetables. I promise I would never cut a vegetable person in my life. I promise. But now I hold the switchblade. Oh, hold a knife. Yeah, no, it's only for cooking. Yeah, I know. I could roleplay as yandere, but not really. Guys, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy fox. I'd be sitting on my bum. I'm only motivated for food and cooking. Brown Dwarf says you can get a Santoku for like less than 50 easy. Probably like 20 to 30. PD Hobbit says sorry because I'm rather poor. It says I'm rather poor and cannot buy knives. That's okay. It's okay, PD Hobbit. It sounds expensive. Even the cheap one. Brown Dwarf says just keep scrolling the next time. Santoku says it's just the shape. PD Hobbit says she got baby arms. I don't got baby arms. I got manly hands. I got big manly hands. Burly body. Ah, Brown Dwarf says you don't need some fancy brands. Aw. Putting away the knife. Aw. Wait. Put away the knife? Thank you. Alright, buddies. That's it for tonight. I'm gonna save the rest of this for tomorrow. It's not good to eat late. Don't do what I'm doing. I just wanted to fulfill my promise and actually cook soup dumplings with you. Okay, peace and love, and get some memes. Go to bed. Now go sleepy. I gotta go take a shower. I'm stinky. I smell like food. PD Hobbit says, look at them! Look! I will look and I will browse. They sound expensive. Good night, buddies! Peace and love, and thank you for coming. Alright, see you next time!